not really a good barometer to test there, but anyway.
We'll see what happens. Both teams top 10 in multiple statistical categories, almost identical across the board if you look at averages offensively, defensively, what they've scored, what they've allowed. Delta State, of course, scored in every way possible last week. A pick six, a kick return, a safety. All three phases of the game scored for the Statesmen in that 47-17 win at West Alabama. Meanwhile, the Blazers a winner over Shawan, 51-36, but it was just a 2-point game early in the fourth quarter. Blazers survived the first of a couple long road trips this year to get the win to stay undefeated.
You mentioned they're so identical. Both of them are in the mid-40 range scoring-wise. Delta State 45 points, your Blazers 42 points. Defensively is what's really, really good. 16 points they're averaging giving up. Blazers are averaging giving them 18. Something's got to give. Turnovers, the quarterback for Delta State really doesn't turn the ball over that much. He's thrown 0 interceptions, so we're going to have to. So who can force the turnover? You talked about that a couple weeks ago. Who can win the turnover margin today? That'll be the winner of the ball game, in my opinion.
There you're going to look at the captains meeting at midfield. Both quarterbacks, as far as the comparison, both distribute the ball. Patrick Shegog, again, has connected with 15 different receivers this year. He is the reigning D2Football.com offensive player of the week. 16 touchdown passes, the most in the Gulf South. Meanwhile, Sammy Edwards, again, has also found 13 different receivers this year. He's tossed 15 touchdowns. These guys are accurate, and they also will get it done with their legs as well. We'll step aside. When we return, we'll have Biddle's Bits, keys to the game, and all that and more as we lead you up to kickoff here at Bazemore Hyder in Valdosta, Georgia. Stay with us.
It's a place that we call home. Valdosta State University.
Wherever potential leads you next, get there with speed. Get there with scale. Get there with a bank you trust. Synovus. Get there.
Hey Blazer fans, Williams Hotel Group is South Georgia's hospitality headquarters with 8 award-winning hotels in Valdosta. Williams Hotel Group has everything to meet your lodging, event, and meeting space needs. Come see us at any one of our conveniently located properties off I-75, exits 16 and 18, or visit us at williamshotelgroup.com. And as always, go Blazers!
Ride, slide, and explore this summer at Wild Adventures. Enjoy new Oasis Outpost and cool off in Splash Island Water Park. Save on tickets at wildadventures.com.
The Houston Clinic's history with Valdosta began over 40 years ago with Doctors Champ Baker and Kurt Jacobson on the sidelines with the Valdosta State Blazers. We've been there through VSU's 4 NCAA Division National Championships and 9 Gulf South Conference Championships. And we're still here today on the field providing VSU athletes with immediate sideline coverage. Congratulations, Valdosta State Blazers, for over 40 years of exceptional football.
Saturday afternoon football fever in Titletown, USA. And here come the Blazers through the smoke and popping stance as we welcome you inside our broadcast position. Dave Garner alongside Taylor Biddle as we bring you right up to kickoff here in the booth. And time now for our Biddle's Bits keys to the game. What you got for us, Taylor?
I think defensively for the Blazers, we're going to have to stop their quarterback. He is a massive dual threat. He's their leading rusher, 42 attempts, 363 yards. And he can get it done through the air, too. He's 78 of 118. He's thrown for 16 touchdown passes. Defensively, can we control Patrick Shegog? That's going to be the key defensively for us. And flipping over on the other side of the ball, we got to be able to run the ball. We've only averaged 134 yards. I feel like that's maybe kind of low for us as a university over the last couple years. We've seen Sammy can get it done through the air, but can we establish the run, which helps us open up the air attack? And then last but not least, special teams and turnover. I know that's pretty generic, and everybody says it as an announcer, but we got to win the turnover battle, and we got to have some big special teams plays today.
Blazers finally on the plus side of that at +1. Meanwhile, Delta State has had no problem taking the football away. They're +6 coming into this ball game here today. Opening drive success for the Blazers. Delta State won the toss. They deferred, though, so we'll see Valdosta State on offense first. They've had 5 games, 5 opening drives into the red zone, 4 straight games with a touchdown. Their only blemish was that opening week when they got close and threw that interception right on the goal line. So going to be very important today, you feel like, for the Blazers to get off to a fast start if they want to give the Statesmen a game.
Well, you look at their ability to score, and you got to almost score something on every time you touch the ball, and the opening drive really kind of sets the tone for that. We talk about how important that opening drive is in the second half, what you do to your opponent and what you do in the second half. Equally so, the first possession, you don't want to go 3 and out. You don't want to turn over something silly to let them steal a possession. So I like what I've seen so far out of the Blazers' opening drives. We got to continue to do that here today.
Xavier Williams will be back deep for the Blazers. And Parker Burleson handles the punting duties, but he also handles the kickoffs as well. His 6 punts last week were all down inside the 20-yard line in that 47-17 win at West Alabama. Meanwhile, the Blazers, as we talked about, had a big fourth quarter to overcome Gulf South Conference foe newcomer Shawan. So here we go. Burleson will put his big right leg into it, and it is returnable for Xavier just inside the 5-yard line. And he'll bring it out across the 20, and it'll be tripped up there.
Yeah, little middle, trying to set it up the middle return. Did a good job getting upfield. Good tackle, open field tackle there by the Statesmen. Are we going to call them Statesmen today, or were they Okra? What are we doing here? What are we doing today?
A lot of folks affectionately call Delta State the Fighting Okra. Again, they would probably appreciate if we just stick to the script and go Statesmen. Okay. But hey, it's hard to beat.
I know.
There's not a lot of nicknames that original in college football.
That's right.
So Sammy Edwards, for the first time today, stands in there, 1,591 yards passing on the year. And he's looking to throw on his first play. He's got a man open towards the flat, but threw it just a little bit wide of the intended target. That's Tyler Igero, number 10, who broke that route off a little late.
Getting a start there. Sammy, the snap was a little off kilter there, kind of messed the timing up. Sammy was getting a little pressure and had to kind of get rid of it before Tyler was able to get his head around.
So 2nd and 10. That's the only bad thing about an incompletion on that first play. Now you got a little bit of making up to do here. Twins to the near side. They'll throw this one out. Igero again trying to make a guy miss. Does so. And he's got the sideline and a first down, a big play all the way up to midfield for the Blazers.
Ted Hurst right there really got the unsung hero with a great block on the edge. Really bust that open there. Good first down across midfield there into Statesman territory.
Adrian Hill pushed him out, but not before a big gain on 2nd and 10. The Blazers now with trips to the right of your frame. Now they'll move Eric Watts into the backfield. Edwards again looking to throw. And this time wide of B.K. Smith at the 45 of Delta State.
Yeah, just running a little out route there. Sammy, good time in the pocket, able to try to get it out there, but incomplete, just out of the reach. Sammy did a good job there putting it where only his guy could come up there with the reception. Incomplete pass.
Blazers averaging 42.4 points a game, 2nd in the conference behind only Delta State. And here's Edwards again, 2nd and 10, steps up, has time, fires, has a man flagged down, but the completion is made right at about the line of scrimmage and not much of a gain, if at all, there. Wyndham was there to make sure he wrapped him up. A big game last week for Marlon Wyndham, who had a pick 6 in that win at West Alabama.
Let me hold against Blazers.
Holding, offense number 75. 10 yards to the previous spot. 3 play, 2nd down.
Anytime you got that much time, Sammy had all day to throw that ball. Went through about 3 or 4 progressions. Just got us for a hold there. So replay the down.
Last week, Edwards, 20 of 29 for 393, a career-high 6 touchdowns and 1 interception. Eric Watts had 63 rushing yards and a touchdown. Also had a couple of grabs, 2 receptions, 59 yards and a touchdown. Here's 2nd and 20. Going to swing this one out quick, trying to get some blockers in front of him. That's B.K. Smith, who will be about 3 or 4 yards shy of the original line of scrimmage and bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, a little quick screen out the flats. He had the blockers in place there, but good job by the Statesman. Got back almost, a little short of the original line of scrimmage. So big 3rd down early here in the game. Blazers 52% on 3rd downs. Let's see what we do here.
Now both these teams over for 50% offensively. The Blazers with a long one here, though, 3rd and 13. Edwards Again, eyes downfield, fires. He's got a man open. That's B.K. Smith at the 31 and out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Wyndham pushed him out, but a 3rd and long conversion, and the Blazers moved the sticks.
Yeah, just running a little flag route there. Got behind the safety, or excuse me, got behind the linebackers, but short of the safeties. Good job by Sammy staying in the pocket, making a big first down throw there.
Blazers averaging 475 yards of offense a game, a lot of that through the air, 341. And 1 of 1 on 3rd downs here. Oh, Eric Watts makes a guy miss inside the 20-yard line, and he will be down to the 9. It'll be 1st and goal, Blazers. What a move there. Hill was able to bring him down, but another big gain.
Oh, yeah, love seeing that. They're showing the replay of the post on the replay. Here's the replay there. You can see just giving the zone read, blocking up front. Good job bouncing to the outside there. Good job there by running back for the Blazers. Watts.
Eric Watts, 224 rushing yards on the air, 8 yards a touch. He'll get it again on 1st and goal. And we'll try to power his way forward for a couple. Nice job there in the middle by the Statesman. The interior there, Swilly and Porter. Also Faulkner, number 94, I believe, was the guy that actually wrapped him up in there. So we'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, patience here. I think you still have your full playbook open here, right? Only 2nd down. Blazers do a good job when they get this close, like you mentioned in pregame, spreading the field out.
18 of 24 in the red zone this year. There's a receiver, and B.K. Smith down to about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 1. If it's one area that this Delta State team has struggled in, Taylor, it has been their red zone defense. They've allowed 10 touchdowns and 11 red zone trips this year.
Yeah, that's not a good recipe right there for when your opponent gets in the red zone, but
it's about the only thing they haven't done well this year.
Right. That's right. Windy up here.
You near the breeze, which is welcome today. 3rd and goal. Eric Watts, the lone back. They're going to hand it to him left side. He'll walk it in. Touchdown. Eric Watts. It's the Blazers' 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And it's a Valdosta State lead with 11:08 to play here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, just give it right off the edge there. Good job by Watts finding the seam, the crease. There you go. Good view of it here coming right at you. Boom. Great blocking up front by the Big Uglies, too. A 1-yard TD there by Watts.
Well, there's the fast start that we were talking about. Eston Thiel to add the PAT here. The Blazers now 5 straight weeks, 5 opening drive touchdowns. And Eston Thiel will put his foot through there, and that'll make it 7-0. 11:08 to play in the opening quarter. We'll step aside and be right back. Fast start for the Blazers. We'll see that explosive Delta State offense when we return. Stay with us.
Ask one of our 70,000 ambassadors, and they'll tell you. There's just something special about this place. Valdosta State University.
Of all we serve. SGMC, a proud supporter of the Blazers.
Prince Chevrolet Buick GMC and Valdosta State University, a winning team for decades. We are Prince Chevrolet Buick GMC, located on exit 22 I-75 in Valdosta. Voted the best place to buy a new and pre-owned vehicle in Valdosta. Proud supporters of Valdosta State University.
A small town with big energy, a little bit of thrill, and a whole lot of chill. Explore wide open spaces and unexpected places. Met with friendly smiles and views for miles. Welcome to Valdosta. An amazing vacation is waiting for you.
Eric Watts with his third rushing touchdown of the season starts the scoring today, and the Blazers lead at 7-0 as we welcome you back.
Yeah, 9 plays, 76 yards, took 3 minutes and 52 seconds off the clock. That 1-yard touchdown run by Watts. Blazers strike first on their opening possession, extending the first drive lead, or first drive scoring to 5 games in a row.
So, 6 trips now in the red zone on the opening drive, 5 straight touchdowns after that opening week. And so now the Delta State Statesmen will try to answer offensively. Again, Alonzo Franklin back deep. This one will go to the other side. That's Hoffman, who will take it from inside the 5-yard line off the foot of Eston Field. Hoffman still on his feet and still driving up close to the 28-yard line. A good return for the Statesmen. So.
Jerson Jocks in there on the tackle there, wide receiver. Hadn't called that name in a bit.
Yep. Good special teams tackle there.
Thought we were losing contain there on the our gunners out there on the outside. Kind of started pinching in. I thought he was about to break one open right there, but Statesmen are going to take over here 1st and 10 on their own 28.
Patrick Shegog again last week, 9 of 12, 106 yards, but he gave way to Austin Davidson, who played most of the second half in that win against West Alabama. And the first play is over the left side for a few yards there. Again, that is Kelton. Kelton Smith, the running back. And again, they've got 3 backs that they really, really like in this offense. Of course, Smith wears number 5 as they're quickly back to it. 1-on-1. And a flag comes flying in there. I believe Kyle Cass got a little bit of that jersey as Delta State was trying to run tempo.
Yeah, they got the guy that made the tackle on the previous drive there, kind of isolated man-to-man there, and we got a little tug on the jersey, so.
Talk about the running backs there.
Number 11. 10 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
First down there, so the penalty there. You'd rather get some uniform than give up a big play right off the bat there, but again, Delta State again up to the ball quickly there. We talked about, of course, Kelton Smith, Alonzo Franklin. We'll also see Christian Malloy a little bit today. And this is Smith. Puts his foot in the turf, tries to get upfield, picks up 5 or 6 yards on first down up to the 49. Wow, with the tackle there defensively for the Blazers.
Yeah, they're getting 5 or 6 yards per clip here. They're right at midfield in a hurry as well.
And may have not been set. That flag comes in from the far side there. Coach Tremaine Jackson over there on the far sideline signaling that one should be against the Statesmen.
False start, offense number 11. 5 yards from the previous spot.
So there's the ugly side of tempo, right? Sometimes you don't get set. You're trying to catch the defense off guard and speed kills, and you just really got to wait that extra few seconds to make sure your team is set. You take a 2nd and short now to 2nd and 10.
Jalen May, the guilty party on that one, going to swing it out to him. Here is May, who makes the grab. Midfield and more. First down inside the Blazer 35-yard line, and finally pushed out of bounds by Kennedy Parker over on the far sideline. But again, the Statesmen off and running, so Jalen May makes up for that procedure penalty.
Yeah, there's going to be no doubt that this is going to be a shootout today. Here it is, going to come across your screen there. Good blocking on the edge there by the Statesmen.
Jonathan Fletcher, the offensive coordinator for Delta State. This time on the ground, there is Kelton Smith. He's got a little running lane, and we'll have the 25.
So really the read option right there, the quarterback can give it or hold it. He decided to give it, and the reason he did that is because we were peeling in on the edge so hard, and there you saw what can happen if you do that. It bounces outside, able to get up big yards.
Once again on the ground, Smith, big hole, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. And Kelton Smith will have his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. That is the 11th rushing touchdown on the season as a team for the Statesmen. And now Delta State quickly answers less than 2 minutes after the Blazers put one in the end zone, and now a Nick Herber extra point away from tying it up. Out of the hold of Burleson, and that one is right through there. So just a little over 5 minutes into this contest. It's the Blazers 7, Statesmen 7. We'll step aside and be right back. You're watching this Blazer Sports Media presentation on Flow Sports.
Sell online tickets directly from your school's website. Scan digital or printed tickets with the Hometown Gate app. And get immediate access to ticket revenue with real-time reporting at no cost to your school. It's that easy to bring touchless ticketing to your hometown. Hometown. Fast scans, happy fans.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Well, both teams with one touch, both teams with the touchdown to show for it on their opening series.
5 plays, 72 yards, only a minute and 43 off the clock. A couple big clips running the ball. The touchdown run was 25 yards by Kelvin Smith. Delta State ties it up 7-7.
Smith and Malloy combined for 87 rushing yards last week and a touchdown. And now Burleson will put his foot into it as the Blazers try to answer the answer. Xavier Williams once again back deep. Will just let this one hit a few yards deep in the end zone. Well, last night it was the Wintersville Classic right here at Bazemore Hyder, the annual Valdosta Lowndes matchup. So it's been a busy weekend, to say the least, here in Titletown between the big high school rivalry and now the Blazers, of course, the top 20 matchup here today against Delta State.
Oh, yeah, it always is a huge week for this community in this town, and top it off with the Blazers playing today against a big Gulf South Conference opponent. But, yeah, this stadium was packed last night, and Valdosta Wildcats came out on top of that game, and a lot of touchdowns were scored in that one, too.
Yep. A lot of fun there on a Friday night. Now our attention now is on Saturday afternoon, and Sammy Edwards will dump it out of the backfield quickly. Isaiah Flowers with the reception up across the 30-yard line. Good yardage on first down there.
Yeah, just little dump pass out there to the flats. Try to get the lead blockers out there for you. Going to be second and manageable, though. Good first down yardage.
Edwards, 15 touchdowns on the year, 4 interceptions, right at 70%. And they'll keep it on the ground right here. A helmet pops off, a big running lane for Isaiah Flowers, who is off and running down to the Statesman 40-yard line.
No flag.
Play there.
I saw the white hat calling for the timeout. I thought we'd had a flag, but no, it was the helmet coming off. So good job by Flowers there. Here's your replay. Going to be coming right off that right side. Watch him hit the crease right there. Boom. Good blocking downfield, too, by the offensive lineman. That's the stat that goes unlooked, is that lineman blocking for the run downfield. So critical to big plays, though. 29 yards on that one.
Flowers this time, a little shuttle pass, and he's got another running lane. Off to the races again, and what a series so far for Isaiah Flowers as the Blazers will try to get that run game going. Technically, that's a pass, but nonetheless, still the ground game working early. And that was Williams who brought him down in the back end for the Statesman. May have saved a touchdown.
So a couple big plays here, 3 of them, 62 yards so far. Here's your replay of that one. Like you said, we're going to just bump it to you in a little forward pass. And good blocking by the tight end. Look at the tight end setting that edge for him, too. Blazers in the red zone again.
Ted Hurst wide to the near side, just out of your screen there. They're going to go to him one-on-one, end zone, and that one was juggled and knocked away there. Both players tussling there a little bit at the tail end of that one, and it looked like maybe Carl Hopkins, the DB, went down awkwardly. He was slow to get up, but he is off on his own power. Nearly held that one, but just couldn't quite glove it.
Yeah, he was going to have to be almost a one-handed catch because the angle right there, and the DB was kind of in his hip pocket.
7:27 to play here in the opening quarter. 7-7, but the Blazers threatening again. We'll play action right here. Sammy fires. He's got a man wide open at the 7. That's Xavier Williams, who tries to put a move on and will go inside the 5. Is taken out of bounds. And the Blazers saying, hey, that was a horse collar that got him up around the neck there, but no flag. But nonetheless, will be right at that first down marker, going to be just short. 3rd down and about a yard right here.
We got an injured Statesman on the field, but yeah, it kind of looked a little horse collars, but it wasn't too bad. The Jones, it looks like the cornerback was the guy that was down, but I thought he was the one they were calling off.
Yep.
See what Whitehead has to say.
Looks like he'll stay in right here. Jones again matched up, and now there is going to be a timeout, I think.
Yeah, I think they're going to make him come off because he was down. Yeah, they're making him come off. They substituted somebody else in.
Yeah,
Jones,
he doesn't want to come out.
No, he's pleading his case, and when he was sitting down on the ground there, that's when the line judge came up and called timeout, but then they substituted somebody else off, so they are going to make him come out for one play.
Yeah, that is the 6'1", 185-pound senior Malik Jones, excellent corner out of Crystal Springs, Mississippi, and they will indeed make him jog off for at least a play here. Now let's see if they go after that. Again, you don't drop off a whole lot on the depth chart against this Delta State defense. Noah Gillen, the tight end in there at H-back. And this time going to keep it on the ground, driving inside the 5 there again. He needed about 2 yards. And that was Jamone Wilson, the 6-foot junior running back.
It's going to be close, real close. They are calling 4th, it looks like.
So it will be 4th down. He didn't get it. Didn't get much at all, as a matter of fact. Nice job by the interior of that Delta State defense. Big number 99 Porter in there as well. But the Blazers, again, they're going to go for it right here. Wilson still the lone back.
0 for 2 on 4th down so far.
And now it looks like there might have been some movement maybe. Both teams clapping here. I'm not sure.
Well, the Blazers coaching staff looked like they saw something that was the penalty, and yeah, they're marking it off.
And David White, our referee here today, with the call.
Offside, defense number 1. The penalty's half the distance to the goal. Penalty yardage results in the first down.
How about that hard count there from Sammy Edwards? What a backbreaker for the Statesman defense as they give the Blazers a fresh set of downs to work with.
Those we say it all the time, those pre-snap and post-snap penalties are the ones that will drive a coach crazy, especially when you're on a big 4th down like that, so close to the goal line.
Harrison Hamsley in there at tight end. They're going to hand it to Wilson. Tries to bounce it outside. Now back in. He won't quite get there. He's going to get down to about the 1.5.
Thought he had some room to the outside, but he wanted to just pop that ball back inside. Good open field tackle there by Statesman. 2nd down and goal. We don't have a play clock or a game clock on your TV, but it is just at the 5:50 mark here in the first quarter, excuse me.
So here we go. Going to keep this one on the ground again. Trying to bounce it in, now out, and nothing doing there as the Statesman stiffen. Hill, the middle linebacker, came shooting through there to finally wrap him up, and the Blazers may have lost a yard on that play. Now they're outside the 2-yard line. Take a look. It was good second effort there by Wilson just to get back to about the line of scrimmage, but they're going to be well outside the 2, back to the 3-yard line. It's about a 1.5 yard loss. That makes this 3rd down a little bit more challenging right here.
Well, the angle, too, of this field goal, if they have to go for a field goal, is going to be kind of...
Edwards looking. Fires a step up. Now he'll run it in. Touchdown!
Good job, Sammy, identifying that the running lane was open right there. Brought the guy in motion, recognized it was man coverage and not zone. When the guy came screaming across in motion with him. Here's your replay of that. Trying to do a little rub route here to get the open receiver. Sammy realizes it, pulls it down, and touchdown.
Looked like he had some options there for a moment, but the best option was getting it done with his legs. As we've talked about, both these quarterbacks That one just the second rushing touchdown of the year for Sammy Edwards, who's averaging over 4 yards, and Eston Thiel is 2 for 2 on PATs. So 3 offensive drives combined in this game, 3 touchdowns, 4:56 to play in the opening quarter. We'll keep the action right here for you, but Taylor, you got to like the way this Blazer offense has come out firing in the early going.
Oh, yeah, both teams really popping offensively. That last drive for your Blazers, 9 plays, 75 yards, 4 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock. Sammy, that 3-yard touchdown run there, put the Blazers back ahead 14-0 after the Eston Thiel extra point. So it appears both defenses might be the early on at least, both defenses might be the question mark here.
Who can make a stop today?
Yeah,
I mean that's going to be the biggest question. Defense, either of these defenses can get off the field maybe more than once. They've got a good shot of winning this game here today.
Yeah.
The Delta State, as we talked about defensively, they have struggled in the red zone. Opponents have had 13 trips into the red zone and now 12 touchdowns. Only one time has this Delta State defense been able to turn away an opposing team inside the 20-yard line. And again, those woes continuing here today a little bit, but still a long way to go. Alonzo Franklin again back deep. And this one's going to be in the end zone. And out to the 25-yard line. The Delta State offense, as we talked about, 469 yards of offense coming in, 209 of that on the ground, 260 through the air. Very balanced. It shows up really all throughout their statistics. 53% on third down, 37.5% on fourth down. They've been aggressive this year. They distribute the football. Patrick Shegog does an excellent job of getting a lot of guys involved. When you look down their stat sheet, 15 different receivers have at least one reception on this team.
Yeah, that's huge. It allows you not to be able to key on anybody defensively. I mean, they got 2,300 yards of offense, and we're only, 6 games into the season? 5 games into the season for them? No, 6 for them. Anyway, yeah, they're going to be tough to stop defensively for us. So you gotta hope that we can out scheme them, give them some disguises that they're not used to seeing maybe on film, and maybe force that turnover we always are looking for.
On the ground, Alonzo Franklin with his first touch of the afternoon. Slips down after a short gain up around the 28 against the Blazer defense. 318 yards allowed, 103 of that on the ground, 214 through the air. Been solid this year, but last week struggled, giving up some points to Shawan. Still the conference's second best scoring defense coming in. And here's a run. Franklin trying to bounce it outside. He's got some room to run. Watch out. Franklin into Blazer territory. And will step out right at the 38. He was trying to stay in bounds, made it look like he was going to go out. Tried to come back in, but he indeed stepped on the line.
Yeah, I felt like we had some guys in position a couple different times to make that tackle. He was able to bounce it out. Big gain on the play, 33 yards on the gain.
Here's Franklin again. A lot of patience from these running backs. Isaiah Flowers showed a lot of patience on the last drive for the Blazers. Alfonso Franklin really following those blockers here on this drive and waiting for the hole to open.
Parker, number 8, for the Blazers in there on the tackle. Middle linebacker.
Franklin with 194 rushing yards coming in, 5.2 a touch, and he's got another big run inside the 30-yard line down to the 26. 2 touchdowns on the year, receiving touchdown as well, and now he'll come out, and we'll see Christian Malloy for the first time today as we talk about that 3-headed running back monster for the Statesmen.
Including the quarterback, too, though. Don't
You're
forget
right.
The quarterback.
Quad monster.
Yeah, he's a dual threat here, so haven't seen him run it. I don't think we've seen him run it yet today, but he's always got the threat.
And over the right side, Malloy, his first touch inside the 20, takes a big hit there in the middle, but will be close to another Statesman first down as Delta State methodically moves the football here on their second series.
Yeah, they're doing it all on the ground, too. Come in on the season averaging 209 yards rushing. Showing it here on this first 2 possessions.
Missed tackle there. Blazers had him wrapped up. Let him get out of there, though, inside the 15. It'll be a first down for Delta State behind that big offensive line that averages right at 310 pounds. Troyer again the center. Jennings, Brown the guards. Schweitzer and Campbell the tackles.
Ken Nettles in the backfield. I thought he was able to bring him down in the backfield, but
looking to the air this time. One-on-one, end zone, and contact there is The two got tangled up there. The pass, of course, intended there for Todd Lee Battle, one of the big receivers. 6 foot, 185-pound senior out of Birmingham. Was matched up one-on-one over there.
Going to move it to the foul did occur. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one's going to occur in the end zone.
Interference, defense number 30. The foul occurred in the end zone.
Yeah.
The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. First down.
Daniel Jean, the guilty party there. One-on-one coverage there with big Todd Lee Battle. He's put up some good numbers this year, 12 receptions, 200 yards. So keep it on the ground. Malloy driving towards the end zone. Both teams in a stalemate right here, and I don't know how, if you're a linesman there, how in the world do you mark that ball? That was a rugby scrum there at the goal line.
Yeah, he was very close to the goal line, but not able to get pushed forward. So going to bring up second down from the, we're going to call that the half a ball mark.
By the nose of the football, Malloy will stay in as the single back. Shegog will keep this one himself, trying to get in, and he will fall across the line, and they're going to say touchdown. He was wrapped up one-on-one with the Blazer who had him, trying to wrestle him to the ground, but Patrick Shegog somehow able to spin out of that one and just get the ball across.
Yeah, he had the momentum there. Read option, he decided to keep it. Blazer was in position to make the tackle, just the momentum carried him across the goal line there.
So Shegog's 6th rushing touchdown of the year. And now Nick Herber will add the PAT, and this game is tied once again. 2 drives apiece, 2 touchdowns apiece. 1:52 to play here in this opening quarter, and we will keep the action right here for you. Again, a beautiful afternoon. You can hear the wind probably whipping through our headsets here up top. You see the flags blowing on the goalpost. It is a welcome breeze. It is a warm afternoon. Temperatures around 80 degrees still into October here in Wintersville. You see the Blazer sideline defense obviously a little dejected, wanted to come out, try to slow down this Delta State offensive attack here today, but so far it's been all offense for both teams.
Yeah, it's kind of what we had a fear for coming into this game, their ability to score points, Blazers' ability to score points so far this season. You really thought it was going to be one of these kind of back and forth games. So who can break the game open with a big stop or a interception or something? We know Shegog's very, very, very good with the ball on the season. Sammy on the flip side has thrown a couple interceptions, so got to stay focused.
Really the only difference statistically, between those two is those turnovers,
right.
is those interceptions. Shegog, again, is yet to throw one on the year.
Sammy not quite as deadly on his feet, but he is a mobile quarterback, can show you, like on the last drive, show you what he can do with his wheels.
Returnable for Xavier Williams from the 10. He's got a little bit of a lane, kicks it outside. And we'll bring it up close to the 35-yard line. Finally shoved out of bounds there by Calvin Lockett on special teams, but not before a big return.
Say Williams been a nice addition to this Blazer team. Really can do it all for us. Kick and return, punt return, receiver. He's a good receiver too. The transfer out of the University of Alabama.
Yeah, Hollywood, Florida native.
Yeah.
A lot of talent, as we talked about. This receiving core is probably the most experienced and most familiar to Blazer fans from last year, but otherwise it's almost been a total roster change with 87 new players decked out in red and black this year. So Sammy Edwards goes back to work. That ball tipped but caught by Eric Watts out of the backfield, but still a 2 or 3 yard loss there as the Statesmen were there to defend it in a hurry. Number 34, Frederick Hervey, the linebacker, the 5'11", 226-pound grad, transfer out of Arkansas State there to make the stop.
Yeah, if he didn't come up and make that tackle, there was all kind of room too. So good job by him. Going to be a little bit of a loss on the play, bring up second down and about 13.
A little bit of pressure this time. Sammy steps up. Pass time. Now he'll just tuck it and run it. Stays on his feet. And we'll get down right at the 39 as he made a man miss there. couple yards before that. So Sammy's saying, hey, we obviously know the focus today, Patrick Shegog, the reigning D2Football.com player of the week, but I've got some wheels too.
He does. Good pickup right there. 8 yards. Get us in a manageable third down here. Does Sammy. His back plate kind of came off there on that tackle too, so.
Third down and 5 right here. A down that the Blazers practice all week in practice. Going to throw this one up one-on-one, and he's got a hold of the jersey there. And no flag.
Good night. His jersey was being yanked backwards.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think they might have missed one there. Yeah, he had a handful of jersey all the way down the field there. I'm not sure how they missed that one. So it will be 4th down, and the Blazers will have to punt, the first punt of the afternoon for either team. Obviously not a reviewable play, certainly. The replay, obviously a new thing this year, instituted. The Gulf South Conference. So the Blazers will trot out Noah Botsford, averaging 41 yards per boot. A good high one here. Fair catch signal inside the 20-yard line by Robbie Evans, who makes the grab. And Delta State will go back to work. 22 seconds left here in this opening quarter, and we're all knotted up at 14 apiece. But now, advantage Delta State, who gets the stop. Now they have the football.
Yeah, first stop of the game so far is going to go to Delta State. So the Blazers got to settle down. The rushing attack has been what's been leading the way for the Delta State offense so far. They've got longs of 33, 25. Spread the ball out pretty well.
Going back to work right here. Again, this is Malloy. He's got some room to run. Tripped up right at the first down marker, but it is going to be a gain of 10 yards on first down, and that will indeed move the chains. And that may very well be the final play of this first quarter, unless the Statesmen try to get another snap in, and they won't. So the time will hit 0 here, but what an opening quarter here at Bazemore Hyder Stadium in Valdosta, Georgia. Again, a pair of offenses showing out early. 14-all, you're watching this Blazers Sports Media presentation on Flow Sports.
Champions, your 2023-2024 Valdosta State Cheer Team. State Cheer Team. Fans, today's game is being broadcast by Blazer TV and the Flow Sports Network. For access to all GSC football games, GSC Conference Tournaments, and championships, visit flowsports.tv.
Ready to use your career to better humanity? Join us on the front lines of health, right here in South Georgia.
Back here, start of the second quarter. And a flag promptly comes flying out here.
False start, offense number 66.
A little bit of movement up front there. Dave Garner back alongside Taylor Biddle. We welcome you back to this Blazer Sports Media presentation here on the Flow Sports Network. A gorgeous afternoon in Titletown, and we've got a ball game here, the last of the unbeatens in the Gulf South Conference going toe-to-toe, and we're all knotted up at 14 apiece.
Yeah, we were wondering who was going to break first, and it looks like the Blazer offense was going to be the one to do so. So Blazers defense got to answer here, stop this running attack.
There's Malloy trying to bounce it to the outside, finally taken down, still about 4 yards or so on the play as he gets back close to the original line of scrimmage. And that will indeed bring up a second down. As we talked about, Delta State, 469 yards of offense per game. Last week, a 47-17 victory against West Alabama. And here's a one-on-one ball down the side. That was going to be intercepted by Kyle Cass inside the 40, and well played. They were trying to squeeze one in there to Calvin Lockett, but that one was played perfectly as Kyle Cass stayed in his back pocket. And now a flag down, little extracurricular activity back at the 20. Might be tacking something onto the end of this play.
Yeah, he just underthrew it. He wasn't able to step into it. Good job by Cass to come up with the interception. First interception on the season. You saw it right there. Here's the white hat.
Personal foul on the defense, number 44. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
It's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on the Blazers. What happened there is we were able to tackle the quarterback right as he was throwing it. And then we saw the interception, and we were starting to block, and the Statesman offensive lineman didn't really like us blocking their quarterback after we had knocked him to the ground. So looks like it's going to be another 15 yards tacked onto the end of that interception for Blazer offense.
How about that? Kyle Cass gets into the act. Several different guys with interceptions this year. Just the fourth team interception for the Blazer defense this year, and it's been spread out. Jacob Harris had one. Tyler Moorhead, a linebacker there in the opening week. Of course, Brian Broussard with one, and now you can add Kyle Cass's name to that as well. It's been a great defense. Brandon Anderson, as we talked about in the preseason, Coach Tremaine Jackson was bragging on his DC, saying, hey, he has been the MVP so far of fall camp in the way that he's been able to rally this group of guys. So both teams hold serve defensively for once. And now the Blazer offense goes back to work. Isaiah Flowers, the lone back. BK in the slot. They'll keep it on the ground, though. Flowers tries to dance around for a couple. Up close to the 25. Williams, the safety, came up to make the stop. These safeties have a lot of tackles, but it's not because this defense gives up a lot of big plays. It's because these guys like to come up and make plays around the line of scrimmage. Williams and Townsend, both of them with interceptions, very opportunistic. Multiple pass breakups between the two. Chance Halbersworth, the defensive coordinator, meanwhile, for Delta State. Here is Flowers. Another big hole. Right through the heart of that Delta State defense and up across the 35 for a Blazer first down.
She brought the tight end in motion and kind of spread the middle of the field out a little bit, giving it to Flowers off that left side. Here you go. Action going to be coming right away from you. Watch the tight end go in motion. Kind of brings that linebacker you just saw out of your screen. Boom, look at that hole. You could drive a truck through that hole.
Jarvis Townsend had to make the tackle out of necessity that time. And here's Edwards looking, winding up, fires across the middle. He's got a man, Xavier Williams. Midfield, one man, finally pushed out into Statesman territory at the 47.
Really saw Sammy's patience there, letting his progressions work through, trying to get the guys downfield. Really an off-balance throw there to Zay. Able to come up. Good job catching that ball and getting upfield for a big first down.
That one will put him over 270 yards receiving for the season. 11th grab for Xavier Williams. This offense also gets a lot of guys involved when you talk about Council Allen, who, of course, had a career game last week. BK and Ted Hurst. 1st and 10. Going to dump this one out of the backfield. Bobbled, caught, though, but wrestled right down, and that's going to be a loss of about a yard or two there. Well played by Wyndham. We talk a lot about Marlon Wyndham, the 200-pounder out of Macon, Mississippi, who loves to fly around the field and make plays. So 2nd and 12 right here. Once again, Blazers behind the sticks. trying to overcome another long yardage situation. BK Smith in motion. Edwards with time. He's going to shoot it out of the backfield once again. That is Isaiah Flowers. This time runs around a man inside the 40-yard line. It's going to be close to the first down marker, maybe just a little bit short, but not by much. Nice move that time. They're really utilizing Isaiah out of the backfield today as a pass catcher.
Yeah, it's just an extension of the run, right? Get him in space. Really, that was not really he was trying to go downfield with the ball, but then that was a check down route. He just got it into him out there in the flats. Good job getting upfield after the catch. Going to be 10 yards on the reception for Flowers.
Third down and a couple. On the ground. Not going to get there, though. Great pursuit that time by the Statesman. And it looked like, I'm not sure if that was Porter, I believe, maybe Big 99 there that shot the gap, it looked like. And so now it's fourth down. And
yeah, big call here.
Wow, yeah. And you're kind of in that in-between land. You know, you don't want to give the ball back to this offense, so it looks like the Blazers will indeed at least line up to go for it. See if they try to draw them off here if they run a play. Long count, play clock at 14. And it looks like they may just run it on down here and see if, looks like Coach Jackson is getting ready to call a timeout here.
Either that or get to 5. Yeah, he takes timeout.
So the Blazers will talk about it. They'll burn their first.
First charge timeout in the first half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
First timeout by either team, a 30-second timeout. So, Taylor, again, your impression so far here, still 10:51 left in this first half, and both teams coming in, as we talked about, really statistically mirror each other coming into the game, and so far the result has mirrored each other. They've both pretty much answered whatever they've done.
Yeah, I think the defenses have settled down a little bit, right? I think the offenses are going to come out firing hot, both high-powered offenses, and it showed there on the first couple possessions of both teams. Now you've got the defenses kind of settling down a little bit. Well, Blazers with a big interception, and Delta State what appears to be another hold defensively. So yeah, we're going to bring on the punting unit. So it's kind of my perception thus far.
Both these teams top 10 nationally in multiple statistical categories. Too many to run through, to be honest with you, if you put them side by side. Noah Botsford will try to pin the Statesman deep. Fair catch signal. And that one is going to roll out of bounds right at the 6-yard line. What a job by Noah Botsford, who deads that one deep.
Yeah, it's a good job there by Botsford. Good job by not getting in the face of that return guy as well.
We talked about both these punters' ability to be able to put the ball inside the 20. The play here.
To win a $15 gift card courtesy of Centura.
The place that we call home. Valdosta State University.
Wherever potential leads you next, get there with speed. Get there with scale. Get there with a bank you trust. Synovus. Get there.
Hey Blazer fans, Williams Hotel Group is South Georgia's hospitality headquarters with 8 award-winning hotels in Valdosta. Williams Hotel Group has everything to meet your lodging, event, and meeting space needs. Come see us at any one of our conveniently located properties off I-75, exits 16 and 18, or visit us at williamshotelgroup.com. And as always, go Blazers!
Ride, slide, and explore this summer at Wild Adventures. Enjoy new Oasis Outpost and cool off in Splash Island Water Park. Save on tickets at wildadventures.com.
The Houston Clinic's history with Valdosta began over 40 years ago with Doctors Champ Baker and Kurt Jacobson on the sidelines with the Valdosta State Blazers. We've been there through VSU's 4 NCAA Division National Championships and 9 Gulf South Conference Championships. And we're still here today on the field providing VSU athletes with immediate sideline coverage. Congratulations, Valdosta State Blazers, for over 40 years of exceptional football.
Back here at Bazemore Hyder after a punt, pinning Delta State deep. The Statesmen will go back to work, and they will keep it on the ground right here across the 5-yard line. So we welcome you back. Dave Garner alongside Taylor Biddle, and Taylor again, Delta State, one of the few teams that has had success against the Blazers at Bazemore Hyder. They're just one of a handful of teams that actually have a winning record here against Valdosta State. Shegog, one-on-one, puts a ball up, and there's contact. It looked just like the one before they didn't call.
Where was that the last drive?
And so that will be a hold there. It was a lot less inconspicuous than the one they did not call. So here we go. That will get the Statesmen out of their own end there, though. But as we talked about, again, there have not been a lot of teams that have been able to come to Bazemore Hyder over the years and have success. The Statesmen 10-9 all time in this building. The Blazers trying to even up the series here at home. And the Blazers also trail a game in Cleveland, Mississippi as well all time. But it has been a tight series back and forth. It's gone on for over 40 years, and it's been a good one.
It's just one of those staples of the Gulf South Conference. You know, those ones that have been around forever. And you hope that there's nothing in jeopardy with that series, but time will tell.
And here's a big run. Calvin Smith, we saw him on the opening drive. He explodes here up across the 25 and close to a first down. Delta State again running tempo right here, keeping the football on the ground, trying to mix it up a little bit. As we mentioned, they're balanced. Shegog will clap the hands. They'll keep it on the ground. Smith this time going nowhere. He's tackled behind the line for a loss. What a job that time by big number 97, Jaden Blount. 6'2", 244-pound redshirt sophomore out of Augusta, Georgia, at Aquinas High School.
Yeah, you go from a second and really short now to a third and about 4. It's a big third down here for the Blazers.
Here they go. Shegog going to try to run it, and he's going to be, ball's loose on the ground there. I think Delta State was able to get back on it, but it will be fourth down maybe, right at the, oh boy, it's going to depend on the spot.
Yep,
and it is going to be a first down. Wow, I didn't get it by much. That ball popped out of there too at the end. But it will be a Statesman first down, and they are quickly right back up to the line again. They're trying to throw one-on-one down the field, and this time the Blazers had it covered up. Kyle Cass matched up one-on-one there again with Lockett. Calvin Lockett, the 6'3" senior target. That'll be a fun matchup here this afternoon.
Yeah, Broussard over the top there, giving a little help coverage at that safety position.
Jalen Green is a big target as well. He's in the slot right now to the near side. And here's 2nd and 10. Going to try to fire it out. They've got a man out there. That one is complete. To Nathan Howard, the junior out of Land O'Lakes, Florida, West Florida transfer. Heading up the road to Cleveland, Mississippi. And that is a first down. So the Statesmen once again moving the football out of their own end. They started this drive on the 6-yard line. This time on the ground, not a lot of room to run. They'll still forward progress, pick up about 3.5, almost 4 yards, though. Just power running that time by Hoffman, the redshirt freshman, who was able to put his shoulder down and get something out of it.
Yeah, initial contact was kind of around the line of scrimmage, but he was able to keep them feet churning and get a positive gain on the play.
This time, Shegog looking to throw, fires. That one is intercepted again by Kyle Cass. Peeled off his man and was able to get a paw on it for his second interception of this first half.
Yeah, he undercut that route, got a tip on it, kind of tipped it up. Good job by Cass. Big interception. So Shegog, having not thrown an interception all season, throwing his second one in the game. Here it is. Watch the tip. Give me the tip. Boom.
Wow. So all of a sudden now, after both offenses had it figured out, now both defenses seem to have it figured out someplace. Yeah. They may want to try to go away from Kyle Cass, who that time you might have noticed he peeled off of his man. He was playing more of the flat route. Read Shegog's eyes, peeled off his man, and got in between that throwing lane.
Yep.
So now Edwards back to work in this offense from their own 46. Again on the ground. Big running lane. That's Wilson again across the midfield stripe and into Statesman territory.
Another one of those three-headed monsters rushing attack for the Blazers. They do have an injured Statesman here on the field.
Trying to pick up the number there. But you talk about the running the monsters. That does look like to be Barton, one of those defensive tackles that's laying on the turf right there. We got some good spotter help up here in the booth today.
Yeah, my son's up here spotting for us.
Just had a birthday.
Yeah, birthday yesterday, so gets to come up here and help Pops out. But
there you go.
Hope that young man's all right. Didn't really see exactly what happened there, but Delta State trainers, looks like an arm or an elbow.
Yeah. We talked about the running backs, of course, for the Blazers, and take your pick. I mean, we've seen it. The Blazers. Looks like we do have a timeout here on the field, so we'll take one with it.
Sell online tickets directly from your school's website. Scan digital or printed tickets with the Hometown Gate app. And get immediate access to ticket revenue with real-time reporting at no cost to your school. It's that easy to bring touchless ticketing to your hometown. Hometown. Fast scans, happy fans.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Barton helped off the field there after immediate timeout, and now the Blazers back to work with 2nd and 3. Dave Garner alongside Taylor Biddle with you. 14-14 all with 7:40 and counting here in the second quarter. The Blazers on the move. They found a little bit of a ground game here today, and a helmet pops off there, but a good power run over the right side there, and going to be awfully close to a first down. Again, a big number 66 there, Daniel Morales mixing it up. Carter, the linebacker, came up there to make the stop. We've got to brag on this offensive line here a little bit today as well. Murata, the center, of course, Taylor and Morales, the guards. Morrow and Hannon, the big tackles there, averaging right around 290 or so, a biscuit shy of 300 pounds.
Had multiple helmets off there. Delta State had to send a guy off as well.
Talk about Devin Hannon, 6'4", 293-pound grad. BK Smith in motion this time. Edwards looking. Steps up, fires. He's got a man backside, going to make the grab there. What a read by Sammy Edwards, because Rodney Bullard was not his first option on that play.
No, it was not. Rodney climbed the ladder. I really thought he was trying to hit the wheel route, going up the sideline, and Rodney showed his ups there, coming down with the snag.
You may be right. That ball may be intended for the wheel route.
I think it was for the wheel route, but anyway, Bullard said, I'll take that first down. Might have been a touchdown, though, if he let it go.
This one going to be thrown out here. Oh, that one was dangerous there in traffic. Again, the Statesmen had that one played well, but then a flag comes flying in there. A little bit of pushing and shoving going on there, and I don't know if they're going to get Malik Jones, or he was matched up over there with Justin Jeffrey, the receiver, but let's see what the call is here from David White, our referee here today.
Personal foul.
That is going to be on Delta State, so it looked like Jones may have gotten an extra shove in there maybe at the tail end of that play.
Yeah, so a couple big penalties.
Well, let's Tell you what, this one is shaping up to be an instant classic here. Two teams ranked in the top 20. Delta State comes into most polls here today, ranked number 8. The Blazers as high as 19. And here's Edwards looking, scanning the field, steps out. Now he'll just tuck it and run it. 10, slides down at the 8. And a good run there by Sammy, who will be close to a first down. They'll mark him where he started the slide. They'll say the 9-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be short of the first down, but yeah, good job, Sammy. Keeping your eyes downfield, right? Seeing what they're going to give you. And once you realize there was nothing there, pulling the ball down, running for positive gain. So 2nd and 3 here, ball on the 9 for the Blazers.
Twins to both sides of the formation. Wilson once again the lone back. Now they'll bring Ajero in motion. They'll hand it left side. Wilson driving towards that first down marker. Again, it was 2nd down and about 2. And they are going to stop the clock right here. They're going to say that he's, right at the marker. I believe it's a first down. I think he got just what he needed. He needed 2, and he got about 2 and a foot.
Yeah, another first down. They are going to signal it first down.
Well, the Statesmen didn't make it easy for the Blazers the last time they were down there. So, again, defensive coordinator Chance Albersworth, as we talked about, trying to fire up his unit. Meanwhile, Rick Bowie, offensive coordinator for Valdosta State. Let's see what he dials up right here on this 1st and goal. They've got Wilson split wide to the near side this time. Edwards with an empty backfield. Looking, eyes stay down the field. Going to fire this one in there. That one knocked around, and boy, that ball batted up in the air. Very dangerous there.
Dangerous throw. Looks like they were trying to bring from the backside, crossing right around the end zone, goal line, and just really threw it a little behind him.
Yeah, Jeffrey, the intended target there, just couldn't quite adjust to it, as that pass was just a little bit behind him there. It harmlessly falls to the turf, fortunately for the Blazers, because there were a lot of white shirts around that ball off the carom. So 2nd and goal upcoming right here. 5:20 to play here in the first half. Both defenses have settled in just a little bit here in the second quarter. Keep it on the ground right here. Wilson follows his blockers. He is upended right at the 3. It'll be 3rd and goal from just outside the 2. And Jamone Wilson getting a bulk of the carries here today. He and Isaiah, we talk about Bud Cheney a lot, all the way down. We talk about Travis Tisdale, of course, Eric Watts, all those guys. 52% on 3rd down, and another one upcoming right here for the Blazers, who came into the game right at 75% in the red zone. Perfecto today. 20 touchdowns on the year. Can they make it 21? They've got Helmsley in as an H-back. Once again, Wilson, left side. He won't get there. He'll lose 2.5. So now back to the 5-yard line, and this Delta State defense stiffens. And for just the 2nd time this season, it appears that they will force a field goal attempt and keep a team out of the end zone. That's big for the Statesman defense. So Eston Thiel will look to add a 22-yard field goal. He's 1 of 2 on the year. Out of the hold of Botsford. And this one is right through there. Eston now 2 of 3 on the year. And it's a 3-point Blazer lead. As once again, another lead change here at Bazemore Hyder Stadium. 4:07 to play here in the second quarter. And another good one. Again, a successful series, but the Blazers turned away there at the end, but still come away with 3. And man, oh man, what a game we've had here in the first half between two heavyweights that are going blow for blow.
Yeah, Delta right there. I mean, anytime you get a turnover at midfield, you can hold the opponent to 3 points. You feel like it's a success, right? Blazer defense, we talked about, you said a minute ago, both teams seem to have settled down defensively. We've got the big turnovers. We have 2 turnovers, only been able to put 3 points on the board because of those. So I think if you're Delta defense right now, you're feeling pretty good about yourself.
And the Blazers last week just 2 of 7 on 3rd down against Shawan. Uncharacteristic of what they've done this year. The flip side of that is they allowed 8 of 15, so they allowed better than 50%, which totally goes against their averages coming into that game last week. Again, That long road trip up to Murfreesboro, North Carolina, and Shawan gave them all they could handle. It was a 2-point game until the Blazers were finally able to break it open in the fourth quarter. So here is the boot here, and Hoffman from inside the 5-yard line. Head of steam, breaks it outside now. He's got a good return and will finally go out of bounds way up around the 35. Mark him out right at the 34-yard line. Another good return from this Delta State unit, who, as we talked about, scored every way imaginable last week. Offense, defense, special teams, kick return, pick six, safety, you name it. The 2000 national champs under head coach Steve Campbell. Delta State, of course, with 14 overall championships. That's the most, all sports combined, that's the most amongst all the schools in Mississippi. And they'll keep it on the ground right here, trying to turn the corner, and that time good pursuit by Brian Broussard, who comes up and makes a stop.
Yeah, just trying to string that out when you're running out flats. You always want to contain the outside, so you hate to see your backside safety there make the tackle, but we'll take the tackle. 2nd and 5 here for Statesman.
This time on the ground again and tripped up. Going to be right at the marker, maybe just a little bit short there. They need the 44. They're going to mark him right at the 43, so it'll be 3rd and a yard right here with 3:20 to play in the first half.
Reeves looks like he came up, made that tackle. 6'4", 233-pound sophomore out of Troy.
And that'll be a first down run. They didn't need much. Didn't get much, but didn't need much. Good open field tackle there. Phillip Starks. Number 21 there, wrapped him around the ankles. Kept it to a minimal gain, but it will be a Statesman first down inside 3 minutes to play here in this first half. Again, Delta State has all 3 timeouts. And now Shegog will fire across the middle. He's got a man complete. Big reception there from Katerian Legrone. Again, the tight end, 6'3", 235-pounder out of Atlanta, a transfer from Nebraska. Haven't called his name much this year, but a big reception there over the middle.
From that slot spot, just running a post, able to get in front of the safety for a big pickup there.
And this time, a good running lane right here. Watch out, Kelvin Smith will house it. Touchdown, Statesman. And for the first time this afternoon, Delta State will have a lead in this ball game. It has gone back and forth. They have been able to answer the Blazers, and now, with that touchdown, they will lead at 20-17 pending the PAT with 2:18 to play here in this first half.
34 yards on the touchdown run there.
Explosive run that time by Smith, who has his 2nd rushing touchdown of the afternoon to go along with one earlier there in the first quarter. And Herbert puts his foot in there, and he's got it. So 2:18 to play. We'll keep the action right here. 21-17, your new score here in Titletown as we take another look at it.
Yeah, just blocking off that left side. Good downfield blocking by the Statesman there. Bust that open. Drive, 5 plays, 66 yards. Only took 1 minute and 42 off the clock.
If you want extreme speed,
that is the 12th rushing touchdown of the year for Delta State, as we talked about the top scoring offense in the Gulf South Conference. Also tied for first with West Florida for the top scoring defense as well. So really, you've got the top 2 scoring offenses and defenses statistically. Valdosta State 2nd in scoring defense behind both West Florida and Delta State, at allowing just 18 points, but they've given up more than that here today already, and so has Delta State, averaging 16.4, and the Blazers already have 17. So both offenses really living up to the bill here in this first half. And the Blazers now, they still have 2 timeouts.
Plenty of time.
Chance to possibly go down and try to reclaim the lead. You just kind of have the feeling it's going to be one of those games.
Oh, yeah.
With the wind at his back there, this one will go about 6 yards deep there in the end zone, and the Blazers will have it at the 25. Well, let's see what happens here. Again, appreciate you guys joining us right here. A pink out this afternoon, as breast cancer awareness is the theme As we mentioned earlier up top before kickoff today, Coach Tremaine Jackson is second year here at Valdosta State. His mom, a breast cancer survivor, in attendance today. So a very emotional afternoon, to say the least, for the Blazer family. As we mentioned, Sammy with 6 touchdown passes last week against Shawanda. 5 different receivers, too. Of course, a career high 6 touchdowns. Keep it on the ground right here, though. Trying to bounce it out. Not much room there at all. A little bit of contact there, as you saw Eric Watts. And now the Blazers will try to maybe go a little tempo. Now the officials will stop it here at 2:06.
Delta called timeout.
Yep, they did. So the Statesmen will burn it. They want to try to get the ball back if they can in this situation. If the Blazers are able to move the sticks here, then that benefits them.
Oh, yeah. Stops the clock for us, but if you don't get the first down, it forces a punt, and they got time on the clock. I mean, they've scored on some sub 2-minute drives thus far in the game, not even running a 2-minute drill. So Delta State has got some ability to score quick. So if you're the Blazers, you really want to put a couple of possessions here, or excuse me, a possession here that gets a couple first downs. Maybe try to come away with at least a field goal minimum here.
Well, you talked about it up top here today in our Biddles Bits, keys to the game. You know, we talked, of course, about turnovers and all those things that are the equalizers. The Blazers with a couple of takeaways in that first half. Certainly big. That's why we've got the game that we do right now.
2 Cass interceptions. Mentioned a minute ago, though, you're only able to put 3 points on the board because of those. You get them, it helps stall drives for your opponent, but you really want to capitalize them and put more points on the board, though. But it's still a very close ball game here. Plenty of ball left, and I feel like the Blazers can string something together here and get us some points on the board before half. They did add a little bit more time on the clock there for some reason.
A lot of action going on this afternoon around the conference. Of course, West Alabama on the road at West Georgia. Shorter at West Florida today. North Greenville up in North Carolina taking on Shawan, Mississippi College with the bye this week as the lone conference team out of action. And, of course, here today it's Valdosta State and Delta State going toe-to-toe here in this first half. So after the timeout, the Blazers have a 2nd and 8. And Edwards looking, fires in the middle. He's got Xavier Williams. Big gain. Stays on his feet. Watch out midfield. It was just a shoelace away from another further big gain there as Edwards took a shot at the tail end of that play, but delivered a ball right on the money. That was Hopkins who made the tackle in the back end.
You watch Sammy stay in the pocket right here. Just kind of landed on him right there on his hip.
The ball just across the midfield stripe. Sammy's got some time. He fires, and that one's going to be intercepted. Intercepted at midfield. Off and running down the sideline. That's Carl Hopkins, who is finally shoved out just shy of the 15-yard line. He undercut that route. The ball was right on the money, but a well-played ball there by Hopkins, the redshirt sophomore. 6'2", 290-pounder out of Montgomery, Alabama. And now all of a sudden the complexion of this game changes here with 1:28 to play.
Yeah, I feel like Sammy really couldn't set his feet. Here's a replay. Watch him. It looks like he was a little uncomfortable on the throw. He just really underthrew it just a little bit. Good job by the Statesman coming on making an interception. And Sammy ended up making the tackle to save a touchdown. So now, if you're the Blazer defense, you really want to hold them to 3 points here. Keep it a game within 1 score.
Delta State won the opening toss deferred, so they will have the ball first to start the second half. So they would love nothing more here, Coach Todd Cooley and the Statesmen, to put up some points before the half and then start the second half with the ball. And there you go, 10-5, and a touchdown to Jalen May. And a late flag comes flying in at the tail end of that play, but the touchdown will count. And it is a touchdown pass for Patrick Shegog, who came into the game with 16. His first of the afternoon. He rushed for 1 earlier in the game. Kelvin Smith with 2 rushing touchdowns, so 3 rushing touchdowns today to go along with that passing touchdown.
Touchdown is good.
Touchdown Statesman.
Going to take the unsportsmanlike on the kickoff.
Yep.
So.
Gonna try to get something going right here. So a 10-point game. Wow, the Blazers were up 17-14 just a few minutes ago. And now they trail by 10, possibly going into the locker room. As Nick Herbert remains perfect on PATs today. And we'll take another look there at that last play coming at you.
Good time in the pocket there, just throwing the crossing route and not able to stay with him there as he comes across and gets in the end zone. Pretty simple drive. Recap: 1 play, 13 yards, 7 seconds off the clock. Delta State takes a 28-17 lead against your Valdosta State Blazers.
Yeah, boy, you know, Eston Thiel, it was looking pretty good there. Blazers get stopped there on that last drive before the interception, so they have to settle for 3. You know, Eston Thiel makes it 17-14 at the 4:07 mark, but you still feel pretty good about yourself. But then all of a sudden, Delta State doing what they do. They score every way possible. Of course, they get the interception there to set up the touchdown. As we talked about, a very opportunistic defense this year for the Statesmen. And in a matter of just a couple of minutes, 2 minutes, the Blazers go from leading by 3 to trailing by 11. So certainly the complexion, as we talked about, of this game has changed dramatically over the last couple of minutes. If you're the Blazers, you know, you still have a couple of timeouts and you stand and maybe get the football here in pretty good field position. You really need to try to go down and get some points here in some way, shape, or form. Field goal puts it back to a one-possession game. Going to boot this one. Xavier with an opportunity here from his own 15. We'll take it up across the 35 all the way out to about the 40-yard line. So the Blazers do have time here, plenty of time actually, with 2 timeouts. Minute 12.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Delta State getting the ball at after the half, so you got to come away with some points here. You know, you don't want to end that half on a sour note with the interception and the points there, touchdown drive. So if you can come away with some points here, Blazers have scored on some big plays this year, so I think they can definitely make it happen.
So here we go. It's been a great first half today, a beautiful afternoon. And Valdosta, Georgia, the last of the unbeatens in the Gulf South. Edwards going to swing this ball out here on first down. Isaiah Flowers trying to bust through a couple of tackles and finally driven backward, but forward progress up close to the 45. So pretty good gain there on first down. I think they just want to run a quick hitter there to make sure they got some yards on first down.
Yeah, see what busts open, right?
Clock down inside, 48 seconds here. Edwards looking, trying to fire. He's got a man there. BK Smith right at the 36-yard line is where he steps out. That ball right on the money. Had to wait on that route to develop a little bit as Smith came all the way across from backside there. But great job up front today, giving Sammy time to throw.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So you're about, after one big play there, you're about within 5 yards or so of field goal range. Watch him coming across here, right over the top of that linebacker and getting out of bounds quick.
Sammy steps up in the pocket. He's got plenty of room. Just tucks it and runs it. Will get out of bounds to save the clock at the 29, and a smart play there.
Yeah. He thought about coming back into the middle of the field, but decided against it there, and good job getting out of bounds. Reserving that timeout, 2 still remaining. I think you're right on the edge here of field goal range. No negative plays here. Got to get rid of it here if you're getting pressure.
See if they take a shot downfield here. See what Coach Rick Bowie has dialed up. 2nd down and 3, pump fake. Sammy steps up, winds, fires, and that one is going to be intercepted right at the 1-yard line. Maybe a little too ambitious that time. And so that one is taken away. 2nd interception of the first half thrown. And that one's a killer there, because now you're not going to come away with any of those points, as you were kind of in field goal range for Eston Thiel.
Yeah, he just tried to force the envelope there a little bit.
Yep.
Shepard came over in that cornerback position. Malik Jones. No, it was Shepard, right?
I believe so, yeah. Just trying to catch a number there.
Hopkins was the guy that came up with the interception, I believe.
Yeah, boy, big play right there, though, at the goal line. Just couldn't quite get enough on that ball. Underthrew it just a little bit.
No, Malik Jones.
Was that Malik? Yeah, they were congratulating Malik Jones over on the sideline. So a big play there by Malik Jones, and now the Blazers, again, just trying to hang on here, make sure they don't bust a big play. Delta State going to keep it on the ground right here and head into the locker room up 11. Well, you had to think the Blazers might take a shot there at least. If it didn't happen, you come back, you maybe run another play, you kick the field goal. But the worst thing that could have happened for the Blazers in an interception. So both quarterbacks throwing 2 picks in that first half. Those interceptions, the first for Pat.
The sound that ignites the South. The Blazer Brigade Marching Band presents 80s classic. Here is Sweet Child of Mine by GNR, Guns N' Roses. Here we stand, worlds apart.
Back here at halftime is the Blazin' Brigade. The sound that ignites the South takes center stage, playing to the home side here today. All those guys, of course, doing an excellent job here this afternoon. As we mentioned, the Wintersville Classic here last night in a battle of the bands between Lowndes High and Valdosta High, and that was a lot of fun to watch. And, of course, the Blazin' Brigade taking center stage here today. The Red Hots, the national champion cheerleading squad, a lot of things going on here today. Unfortunately, the marching statesmen not in the building here today. Again, a lot of the schools, of course, don't bring the visiting bands with them. I'd like to see more of that, though. I hope maybe that at some point we'll see a little bit more of the bands being able to travel as well. But regardless, we've got a great game here this afternoon as the Delta State Statesmen lead the Valdosta State Blazers by a tally of 28-17. Let's go ahead and take a look at the scoring recap here, again presented by Blazers Sports Media. It was Eric Watts who got the Blazers on the board with an opening drive touchdown. The Blazers again have scored a touchdown on 5 consecutive opening drives. Again, they've been in the red zone now all 6 of their contest. were turned away in the first game, but have had a lot of early success, and they needed to get off to a fast start in this ball game, which has kept them in this ball game so far. The Blazers again led 7-0 with 11:08 left in the opening quarter, but less than 2 minutes later, it was the Delta State Statesmen answering Kelvin Smith with a 25-yard touchdown run, and the PAT made it 7-7. About 5 minutes later, the Blazers on their second series find the end zone again, a 3-yard touchdown run by Sammy Edwards, who took it himself for his second rushing touchdown of the year, and the PAT made it 14-7. Blazers at that point, but once again, the Statesmen answer right back, a 1-yard touchdown run by Delta State quarterback Patrick Shegog, his 6th rushing touchdown of the season, as both quarterbacks mirror each other there, 14-14 after quarter. And then after that, though, it was the defenses settling in. Again, both offenses scoring on their first 2 possessions, but the defense settling. Kyle Cass, again, the first of 2 interceptions in the second quarter. There one right at the start of the quarter, and then one a few minutes later. Again, Kyle Cass picking off Patrick Shegog, who had not thrown an interception coming into this game here today, but has 2 here in this first half. But unfortunately for the Blazers, so does Sammy Edwards. Again, Delta State also with 2 interceptions. Of course, the second one setting up what would be the go-ahead touchdown after a 22-yard Eston Field field goal made it 7-14. Delta State would take a 21-17 lead on a 34-yard run by Kelvin Smith, his second rushing score of the afternoon. And then a second interception right before, again, 1:20 left. Jalen May with the reception, and the first touchdown pass of the afternoon from Patrick Shegog makes it a 28-17 ball game, and that's where we're at. It looked like the Blazers were maybe going to steal a few points right before the half with the second interception there right at the goal line, and Delta State able to run out the clock with no damage done there in the end of that first half. 28-17 is where we're at, as we're rejoined by Taylor Biddle. We bring him back in, and again, you know, we talked about it. Obviously, if you're the Blazers, a missed opportunity. You're up 3 with 4 minutes left in the first half, and you're feeling pretty good about the direction things are going. But then, of course, those back-to-back, you know, the touchdown, and then, of course, the interception to set up the other touchdown. In just a matter of minutes, now you find yourself down 2 scores.
Yeah, it just shows how quick a game can turn on you like that. And you play really good defensively. If you're the Blazer defense, try to get your team back in the position that you need them to be in. And then you drive down there late in the end of the quarter, or late in the first half, and really come away with a missed opportunity, in my opinion. I mean, we should have at least had a field goal there. Unfortunately, Sammy threw a second interception of the day, but kind of undercut that route. Both times the DB undercut the route for the interception. They were both very costly.
Yep, a little bit, just a little bit underthrown. Sammy's been really good with his accuracy. Both these quarterbacks are. We talk about the tail of the tape, and you know, both of these teams just do so many things well. You know, third down, turnover battle, getting the ball away. We saw both teams do that in the first half. Both these quarterbacks have been outstanding this year. Edwards came in with almost 1,600 yards. He's well over that, of course, now today. Patrick Shegog simply just hasn't turned the football over. He's been nearly perfect, right at 1,200 yards coming into the day. But, again, both of these teams, as we see the stats and the comparison really playing out, offense delivered their blows early. Defense came back, delivered their blows a little bit later on.
They did, yeah. Kind of looking over the first half stats. Pretty evenly matched, really. 15 first downs for Delta State, 14 for the Blazers. 24 rushing attempts for 198 for Delta State, 20 attempts and 103 for the Blazers, averaging 5.2 for the Blazers per carry. Only thrown the ball 4 times have the Delta State Statesmen for 65 yards. Blazers 15 times for 189. We're going to jump into a break here, Dave, and then we'll get some of those stats returned after the break.
Yep, some more numbers after the break. Stay with us. We're at halftime here at Bazemore High. To your score, Delta State 28, Valdosta State 17. We'll be right back.
Once the punt lands, Christian will then throw a pass.
Sell online tickets directly from your school's website. Scan digital or printed tickets with the Hometown Gate app. And get immediate access to ticket revenue with real-time reporting at no cost to your school. It's that easy to bring touchless ticketing to your hometown. Hometown. Fast scans, happy fans.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Places in my head, darker thoughts are harder now. They look like monsters under my bed. I know hysteria. 35, and I'm thinking, God, you found me. That you found me. So don't you worry about tomorrow. Don't you worry, just pass the bottle. Listen, 35, and I can feel your arms around me. Let them drown me.
Let's give it up for your VSU Red Hots. And now, fans, let's put our hands together for your five-time national champions, your 2023-2024 Valdosta State Cheer Team. Let's give it up for your VSU Cheer Team.
My name is Terrell Dudley. The reason breast cancer awareness is important to me is because I come from a family full of girls, full of women, and so I take women's health very important and very seriously. That being said, let us all wear pink as much as possible so we can help spread awareness for breast cancer this month.
Breast cancer awareness is important to me because early detection helps save lives. Thanks for your hand, Jen. Love you forever. My name is Ryan Nixon. I play cornerback here at U-State, and I just want to show my support and awareness to Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I have a lot of females and women in my family that support me, the things I do on the football field. So I just wanted to show my support to all the women and women that have went through this. I just want to show my support to them about Breast Cancer Awareness. Appreciate it. Mother Anna, I'm the assistant coach here at Valdosta State. Breast cancer awareness is important to me. My mom actually battled and defeated breast cancer twice. You would never be able to tell by looking at her though, and it's just another one of those reminders. You never know what people are going through, you never know what people are battling. So always put your arm around people and always make people smile.
Hi, my name is Tremaine Jackson. I'm the head football coach here at Valdosta State University. Thank you for joining us for our annual Pink Out Game. Today is a very special day for me. My mother, who is a breast cancer survivor, is joining us today in the stand. This is her first time seeing me coach as a head football coach. Thank you, Mom, for showing up and coming. On today, our program will play in honor of whoever in their family or in their friend network that's affected by this terrible disease. We believe that this disease can be beaten. Please join us in the fight for breast cancer and wearing your peak. Be loud, be proud, and always go Blazers.
Minute and a half mark and just not able to put points on the board. So if you're the Blazers, you got to flush that. Still definitely a ball game, but you got to come out and got to get a stop here on defense.
So Noah Botsford also handles the kickoff duties along with Eston Thiel. They kind of split that. This will be Botsford this time. Hoffman back deep for the Statesman. And this one will be returnable. Well, it's going to bounce right past there. A little bit of sun maybe in the eyes there of Robbie Evans, who was back deep that time, but that one bounces into the end zone. So the 25-yard line is where Patrick Shegog will work from, as we talked about on the year. 66% Panther coming in, now well over 1,200 yards on the season. Passing had no interceptions until that first half. Kyle Cass able to pick him off twice, and that kept the Blazers in it. We're able to get 3 points out of that. And now the Blazer defense going to have to step up big here. You feel like if Delta State's able to go down on this opening drive and put points on the board, it's going to be a tough mountain to climb for the Blazers the rest of the way.
Yeah, 2-possession game at the moment. You don't want it to become a 3-possession game.
Now a good start for the Blazers defensively, right in the middle, but they answer into the teeth of that Black Swarm defense. Goes the Statesman offense from no gain and maybe lost a yard on that play. It'll be 2nd and 11. I appreciate you guys being with us here this afternoon. The Blazers have had success against ranked teams. They have a winning record all time against teams ranked. Trying to pull off another one here today. This one on the ground. Kelvin Smith. Oh, big hole this time. He's going to have the first down up across the 35. So after a negative play, the Statesmen confidently keep the football on the ground and pick up the first down.
Just really popped one open there off that left side. Good. He's a good running back up and down the field, north and south.
Toddley battle, wide near side, going to turn around, throw this one the other way, trying to set up a little tight end screen right here. Rumbling up across the 45 and another first down on back-to-back plays for Delta State as they move the ball all the way up to their 49-yard line.
Yeah, back-to-back plays, just picking up 10, 15-yard clips at a time. To be the Blazer defense, you really got to buckle down here and try to get a stop.
On the ground, trying to bounce it outside. Kelvin Smith, running room, first down, 35. Good open field tackle right there by the Blazers. Again, number 22 there, Nick Jackson, able to wrap him up, but not before another rushing first down.
Doing a good job blocking up front, really containing us up front. Having to have linebackers and safeties making tackles on running backs.
Stutter step. Blunt there to tackle him again. We talked about this defensive front. A lot of rotation going to need it here today. I think Delta State obviously going tempo, trying to keep the Blazers from really being able to sub a lot, but good rotation up front there. Jaden Blount, 6'2", 244 as we talked about. Big tackle there. We've called his name a couple times here today defensively. 2nd and 9 after a gain of 1, and that time he is wrapped up and drugged down right at the line by Drake Hatcher, the 6', 300-pound sophomore out of McEachern High School, the Colgate transfer. So 3rd down and 10 after a loss of 1, and if you're the Blazers right here, this is where you need to try to get off the field.
Huge 3rd down here early in this second half.
Shegog steps up, looking, firing across the middle. He's got a man. 1st down inside the 20-yard line. Climbed the ladder did Jalen May. And May with another big catch in this game.
Yeah, May going up top there. Really showing his poise in the pocket too was Shegog. Big 3rd down there for the Statesmen.
They keep it on the ground. Missed tackle. 20, 15. Breaks the tackle. Stays on his feet. That's Malloy into the end zone. And they're going to call that a touchdown. The ball did come out, but not before Malloy broke the plane. And so Christian Malloy with his second rushing touchdown on the year, but finds pay dirt. And again, the Statesmen on their opening drive able to go right down the field and score in about 3 minutes.
Just make sure this ball didn't come out before.
I think they were checking to see if they wanted to try to review that, but
Coach threw the flag. Coach threw the red flag.
Yep. It was a good pop there. It looked like Starks, I guess, maybe that jarred that ball loose.
We do have so showing it on the big play. Let's see right here off the back side.
Yes.
Talking about the big board here. Only the nose has to cross, right?
Yeah.
Unless the state is challenging the ruling on the field of a touchdown, plays under video review.
Yeah. Don't believe they're going to, well, and we'll take a look at it here on our end. Certainly, we've been watching the big board up there, but it does look like he did get the ball across. I think the Blazers probably going to lose this challenge here. We'll take another look. You see it right here. Yeah, I think he already had feet in the end zone as well with the ball extended. So you see Coach Tremaine Jackson right there. Now, obviously, the Blazers, if they don't win this challenge, they'll lose the timeout and they won't have a challenge the rest of the game. Obviously, very early here, still in this 3rd quarter, but you hope that doesn't come back to bite them, certainly. And I guess it's worth the chance, a situation where you have an opportunity perhaps to take a score away. You see Malloy kind of backing in there, and
all it's got to do is have the nose across. And I feel like he had the nose across with possession. It came out about a foot or two into the end zone. A little bit of a disadvantage here in D2. You're trying to do it off of scoreboard replays and things like that. If you're the coach, you don't have the beauty of a crew up top telling you. So here's right. See as he crosses. Try to slow it down there for you, but this one should stand. It's going to be a 19-yard touchdown run.
Still taking a look at it right there. Again, here comes our referee, David White. Going to go over and talk to Coach Jackson.
After review, the runner crossed the goal line with the ball before it came loose. The ruling on the field confirmed. Touchdown.
Call confirmed there.
Yep. Call confirmed, which means that, again, video evidence clearly confirmed the call there as the right call. And so the Delta State Statesmen now in control of this game. And a PAT here from Nick Herber away from a 35-17 lead, and he'll punch it right through there. 11:59 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, but the Statesmen have taken control in Titletown. We'll step aside. You're watching this Blazer Sports Media presentation on Flow Sports.
Houston Clinic's history with Valdosta began over 40 years ago with Doctors Champ Baker and Kurt Jacobson on the sidelines with the Valdosta State Blazers. We've been there through VSU's 4 NCAA Division National Championships and 9 Gulf South Conference Championships. And we're still here today on the field providing VSU athletes with immediate sideline coverage. Congratulations, Valdosta State Blazers, for over 40 years of exceptional football.
A small town with big energy, a little bit of thrill, and a whole lot of chill. Explore wide open spaces and unexpected places. Met with friendly smiles and views for miles. Welcome to Valdosta. An amazing vacation is waiting for you.
I chose VSU because of the small community.
Out of all of the colleges that I toured, I really felt drawn to VSU.
I felt like a Blazer after the first week.
I was able to meet people who are really like-minded with me.
They want you to reach out to them if you have any questions. They want you to know that they're there for you.
Welcome to the Harley Langdale Junior College of Business.
No more challenges left in the game, and they charge their first timeout.
So there you heard after the official, they're coming back to talk about the timeout, of course, being gone after the unsuccessful challenge by the Blazers. As we welcome you back here, Dave Garner alongside Taylor Biddle. Still a long way to go here in this second half, but you feel like this game is slowly slipping away from the Blazers. Now they pretty much desperately need points, even though we're still early in the half.
Oh, yeah, 8 plays, 75 yards. Delta State's last drive, 3 minutes and 1 second off the clock. That 19-yard touchdown revealing by Malloy put Statesman up 35-17, and you're absolutely right, Dave. I feel like it's not a absolute must, but it's a must score in my opinion here for the Blazer offense.
A lot of things in jeopardy here today for the Blazers. Their win streak at 6, which is currently the longest in the Gulf South Conference. But certainly in danger here today as they now trail 35-17. Meanwhile, Delta State a perfect 5-0, 3-0 in the conference. Would continue on that mark, and depending on what happens in front of them, would more than likely move up in the standings. And Coach Todd Cooley has his team firing on all cylinders here today. Parker Burleson will hit a line drive kick, returnable for Xavier Williams inside the 5. Out across the 20-yard line, will just put his head down and hurry his way forward up to the 24. So the Blazers, as we mentioned, with their work cut out for them. Can we talk about the mantra of this team being dog, discipline, obedience, grit, the acronym that is used around here? And this is a Blazer team that has certainly done it their way this year, unconventionally played good defense. I know they struggled a little bit last week. They've had moments here certainly today, but where they've played well, but now find themselves in a hole. Bunch formation here to the near side, but they'll keep it on the ground. That's Watts there, looks like trying to squirt through a little bit of a hole that just wasn't there. And it will be second down. We talked about that offensive line. They played well for the most part today. They've given Sammy a lot of time to throw the football, as we talked about. Murata up front. The center has done an excellent job as the anchor. Taylor Morales at the guards. Morrow and Hannon on the edge. Here's Sammy to throw, and he's got a man complete. Breaks a tackle, 35, stays on his feet. And a nice job over to the 40-yard line. How about that? Nice job there, Xavier Williams.
Zay making the three guys miss right there. There's yards after catch. Here's a replay of that. Good job just catching. Whoop, whoop, and whoop. First down. 16-yard pickup there.
Blazers with a fresh slate and trying to get the ground game going up across the 45. They'll take it. Good positive yardage on first down. Anytime you can get 4 or 5 yards on first down, you really help yourself out a lot, as we see Eric Watts there. He's been the main back again, 224 yards rushing coming into the game today. He and Isaiah Flowers have shared the load throughout the season. Isaiah stood out today in both the run and pass games as a receiver. Now Edwards, empty backfield, pump fake. Steps up, a little bit of pressure from the backside. Edwards going to fire, he's got a man there, and caught just shy of the 40-yard lines, and out of bounds goes B.K. Smith. Wow, what a nice one.
Yeah, really caught that one off the fingertips. He had Xavier Williams deep, but I don't think Sammy could set his feet. Good job avoiding the pressure in the pocket and keeping your eyes downfield for the first down.
And that'll put BK over 300 yards receiving on the year. 3 touchdowns coming in, and now we've got a stoppage. Looks like a Statesman player is on a knee back at the
Cramp City
45 there, yeah. Again, let's take another look there. That was just a nice read there. Great ball. Sammy cool under pressure.
Got a flag came in here. Something.
I'm not sure exactly what happened there. That was an extremely late flag.
Yeah. It's going to be a dead ball call no matter what.
Yeah, somebody must have said something somewhere. Again, our crew here today, as we talked about, David White, our referee, Jonathan Tarantino, the umpire.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, 97 of the defense. 15 yards will be added to the dead ball spot, automatic, first down.
Not sure what happened there. Don't have a 97 even on the roster.
We don't have it. Yeah, I was about to say.
They have the wrong number there. I don't know. Incidentally, I believe that is the player that's getting up off the pile there, a little slow, so I'm not sure exactly what that was, but I believe that is don't have a number for 97, but I believe that is the player that's coming off the field there too. So something was said, not sure exactly what happened there, but nonetheless, the 15-yard penalty puts the Blazers in business here. Still plenty of time in this football game. Noah Gillen in it, tied in there at H-back. And here is Watts. Tries to bust it outside there. A couple of tough yards to the near side. A little extra push in there. Delta State wanting the flag there. Well, things getting a little chippy here, certainly. The 9:50 mark of this third quarter. We talk about a long series history between these two. This is the 42nd meeting. Delta State, of course, leads 21-19 and 1. That lone tie was way back in 1988 in Mississippi, in Cleveland. Sammy pump fake. Looking. Under pressure. Going to tuck it. Going to run it. That's a big shot there.
Yeah.
Joseph Barton, again, that defensive lineman. We talked about him. 6 foot, 295 pounder. That's a lot of weight coming at you in a hurry right there. Sammy, he's got some size, certainly. Again, we've talked about it. Of course, 6'2", 290 pounds there. Shegog right at 6 foot, 200. So here is 1st and 10 after that run. Going to keep this one on the ground. Big hole, Jamone Wilson, touchdown. A rushing touchdown for the Blazers. And that was Wilson, who has gotten his fair share of touches here today. The 6 foot, 184-pound junior transfer out of East Carolina at West Forsyth High School with the touchdown.
Yeah, they're going to go for 2 here. 16 yards off that rushing touchdown there. They're going to go for 2.
Let's see what they dial up right here.
Trying to make it a 10-point game here.
Still far from over here in Titletown, as we've talked about. That's a Jarrow in motion. Going to try to run it right here. Edwards trying to race to the corner. He's going to have the pylon in the 2. So it's back to a 10-point game here at 35-25 with 8:52 to play in the third quarter. As we said, still plenty of time in Titletown. We'll step aside and be right back. You're watching this Blazer Sports Media presentation on Flow Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you please help me welcome to the field your 5-time national champion, Valdosta State Tier team.
Sell online tickets directly from your school's website. Scan digital or printed tickets with the Hometown Gate app. And get immediate access to ticket revenue with real-time reporting at no cost to your school. It's that easy to bring touchless ticketing to your hometown. Hometown. Fast scans, happy fans.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Well, still a long way to go in this one for sure. Again, we appreciate you guys being with us right here. Again, Delta State 35, Valdosta State 25. Again, a 10-point game right here. Blazers do what they need to do. They drive the field there and then get the 2-point play to make it a 10-point game. And, hey, who knows, anything can happen.
Oh, yeah, 7 plays, 76 yards. The Blazers went 3:01 off the clock. 10-point game here. Yeah, plenty of time. You just need to settle down defensively. Delta State's been able to drive down and score and put points on the board the last couple of possessions, and we got to be able to stop them here.
Noah Botsford will put his foot into it. Once again, Evans back deep, but he'll let this one roll out of the end zone to the 25.
Have they punted yet today? I don't think they've punted either.
Nope.
Had the 2 interceptions, but punter has had very few work today.
I was going to say Parker Burleson. Now, he handles some kickoff duties, but other than that, he hasn't really had a chance to show off his leg. He's just like Noah Botsford, 41-yard average. As we talked about, all 6 of his punts last week landed inside the 20-yard line there. Again, Patrick Shegog hooked up with 9 different receivers last week in the win over West Alabama. Of course, Jones had an interception. Wyndham had a pick 6 and a safety. So we talked about him a lot in the first half. And Shegog back to work here. No one open downfield, just going to tuck it and run it. We'll scamper out of bounds up at around the 27. And we'll pick up a couple. It looks like, is there a player down maybe? I'm not sure what happened. There's something going on along the near sideline over here.
Yeah, he went and made the tackle.
Looks like there is a Blazer down. Yeah, they're bringing the trainers from across the field over there. I'm not sure.
Number 44.
Yep. Yeah, that's Devon Reeves, who you talked about there. Defensive lineman, 6'4", 233-pound sophomore transfer from Troy, but he is up on his own power and walking off a little bit slow over there, a little bit banged up as he was trying to chase down Shegog to the sideline there. It's a good sign, though, that he's off and running. We've seen different guys down here today. I mean, still a warm afternoon, even though it's October 7th. I mean, there's still some cramping going on. There's still some things, a nice little breeze blowing through. We're finally in a little bit of shade up here now from our vantage point. But you can see that on the field, these guys are soaking up the temperatures and the sunshine here today.
2nd and long 8, short 7.
So here we go on the ground. Malloy is hit, trying to bounce out of a tackle there. Had an offensive lineman over there trying to help him out. Again, Kashawn Jennings, big 320-pounder out of Marietta. Trying to aid his running back over there, but picked up just a couple. So a big 3rd down and 6 right here, and an opportunity for the Blazers to get off the field right here. They're at 53% on 3rd down coming into the year, and a one-handed grab, but he dropped it. So Battle was the intended target, and he was unable to get his hands on that when he got a paw on it, but
bobble.
Yep, bobbled it going to the ground right in front of the Blazer bench, and they made sure the officials knew that was indeed incomplete. And I believe actually that was it looked like Katarian Lagone, the tight end. Actually, Lagone, as you see him right there, number 3. It looked like number 9 momentarily, but that was Lagone. So
first punt.
Yep.
Hey, ask
there you go, right on cue, man.
Asking you shall receive, right?
Well, the Blazers certainly needed it for sure.
Nobody moves. 4th and 5.
Yep. Let's see if they come after it right here. Oh, it is a fake. It is a fake, and they've got the first down, and boy, that's a killer there all the way across midfield. And what a job, Tamaj Hoffman, the redshirt freshman running back, on the fake punt, and a gutsy call by Coach Todd Cooley inside his own 35-yard line, and fresh set of downs right there. And boy, that's a killer if you're Valdosta State.
Just snap it to the up back. We kind of had a safe coverage going on, but just not enough guys up there to make the tackle.
So a big special teams play on there. And boy, that's deflating because now the Blazer defense, you got to try to come back here now as you were getting off the field. You're hyped after making a stop, and then you got to go right back out there again and try to stop these guys again. That's always a tall order. And here on this second down play, straight ahead. That was Malloy again on the carry. As we talked about, a lot of different guys have touched the ball here today, really for both teams, but nothing you don't expect certainly out of the Statesmen. As we talked about coming in, obviously, Kelvin Smith. We haven't seen a ton of Alfonso Franklin here today, but certainly Malloy. He'll get the carry again, and this time breaks out of a pack. He's got the first down inside the 30 on a third down play. So again, we talked about the effectiveness of both of these teams on third down offensively coming in, and we're seeing that right here on this drive by the Statesmen.
Yeah, they're just getting 10 and 15-yard clips off the running game easily. Blazer front has got to step up here, getting driven back.
Oh, Shegog on the keeper this time. Tried to pull it out of there, but well played by the Blazers, who string that one out to the sideline. Again, that was Jacob Harris over there to push him out. Only a gain of 1 there, but the clock is moving halfway through this third quarter already. The Blazers would love to have a takeaway right here, or at least try to hold them to 3 to keep it a 13-point game. See their big number 90, DeAndre Clifton, trying to get the crowd into it here a little bit. Pistol formation this time. Kelvin Smith picking his hole. Not much there, though, at all. Tyler Moorhead, number 51, one of the first guys to meet him there, along with Clifton. And again, it will be another third down. This time third and about 7 right here. Now let's see what they dial up right here. Again, Brandon Anderson's defensive unit needing a big stop right here. You got to wonder, even if they do stop him, if the Statesmen would just go for it on fourth down. Nick Herber, again, the place kicker with a long of 45 on the season. Well within his range. Going to fire it up, one-on-one, back shoulder way too high, though. Flag comes flying in as Sean Coleman was the guy in coverage. And it does look like maybe they are going to call the contact. He was battling with Battle. And Todd Lee Battle, the intended target right there.
Pass interference, defense number 31. 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
And the Blazer crowd not liking that one very much. So it will be first and goal for Delta State. Again, a couple of big drive killers on this play. Of course, started with the fake punt from inside their own 35-yard line. The Blazer defense had to come back out here, and now a couple of penalties, a couple nice runs here. Kelvin Smith on the ground. It's got some room to run, and he'll take it in. Kelvin Smith with his third rushing touchdown of the afternoon. And the Statesmen extend their lead with 5:57 to play in this third quarter.
Yeah, just a little 7-yard run there off that left side. Here's your replay of it coming right away from you there. Watch him stutter step. Really got big holes up front to run through.
And so Nick Herber will look to remain perfect on PATs this afternoon. And he'll put this one right through there. So 5:57 left, third quarter. And now it's back to a 17-point lead right here at 42-25. Again, we will keep the action right here for you, looks like. Appreciate you guys being with us. Again, the Statesmen showing why they are 5-0 and the number 8 team in the land in D2. It's been a great robbery that's gone back and forth. But these Statesmen have gone toe-to-toe today, once again here at Bazemore Hyder, where they lead the all-time series 10-9, and will look to extend that here today.
Last drive, 10 plays, 75 yards, 2:55 off the clock. A 7-yard touchdown run by Kelvin Smith. Really set up all that by the fake punt, which very gutsy call on your own 30, and don't see why you have to think that they worry about not getting that good, well-executed punt, fake punt.
So they still technically haven't punted today.
Correct.
Even though they lined up and showed it one time. But I know we sound like a broken record, but again, still plenty of time. I mean, 6 minutes basically left here this third quarter. A lot can happen. But if all you're doing swapping possessions, then the Blazers, again, not going to be able to overcome that. Going to have to somehow find a way to get some defensive stops in this game, which is going to be tough to do. And this one, Xavier Williams and BK Smith collide there. BK came back to try to pick up that ball, and as Williams was running up to field it, they knocked each other to the turf back at the 7.
Our own guy made their own catch and tackle there.
So now that'll start the Blazers out in a little bit of a hole. Next week, Delta State again. They will return home to Cleveland to take on the North Greenville Crusaders as Gulf South Conference play continues. Meanwhile, the Blazers will make the second of 2 long road trips. This time to Mississippi College, who's off this week. So, they will definitely be well rested and ready to play next week when the Blazers come to town. So Valdosta State back to work here. Edwards from his own end zone, throwing, firing. He's got a man, and that is Ted Hurst with this first grab of the afternoon all the way up to the 25-yard line, a first down, and that will get them out of the shadow of their own goal line.
Yeah, just a little poster out there. Here's your replay. He's going to be coming away from you here. Good protection up front. Look at the pocket for Sammy. Post. Good catch by Ted.
This time on the ground. Oh, big hit there in the middle. Jamone Wilson met head on there by Frederick Hervey, number 34, the linebacker who we called earlier. And that was just a big hit right there. Hervey one-on-one. And that's what they call a decleater right there.
Yeah, came down and full head of steam into the hole. Met the running back unabated, right?
Second down and 10 after no gain. Hurst showing a little bit of pre-snap motion there. Sammy going to dump it to him across the formation there. A little dig route. Came from the backside there. Hurst with the second grab here on the series. And, they've gotten several guys involved here today. Offensively, not a bad effort at all. But, again, back-to-back weeks now, the Blazers have just allowed too many points defensively after really 4 solid weeks up front. A couple games this year, they hadn't allowed a touchdown. An opponent, and there's Noah Gillen with his first grab of the afternoon. The big tight end rumbles up to the 45. That's his 9th reception of the year, and that one will put him close to 100 yards on the season.
Tight end can be so deadly at times when you just slip him out of the backfield. They show block and get upfield. Good job, Sammy, finding him. Good pickup on that play. First down for the Blazers.
Quickly going to swing this one out. Oh, Wilson dropped the ball. Did he have it? I think they're going to call it an incompletion. It looked like they were going to call it they were kind of running behind the play there as if that was a live ball there for a moment. But they are going to say it was an incompletion.
Yeah, it's forward pass. Big screen showing it was a forward pass.
The ball will be brought back to the 45, 2nd and 10. 3:52 to play here in this third period. Little bunch formation to the near side. Oh, Sammy under pressure, and he will go down. Back inside the 35. That's the first sack allowed on the afternoon by this offensive line. Again, They've only allowed 7 on the entire season. And the first time the Statesmen were able to get to Edwards today.
Sammy's done a good job avoiding pressure inside the pocket, just not able to get out of it this time. And you got a 3rd down and forever here. Watch the replay. Watch him coming. Avoids that one, and then this one's the one that got him.
Yeah.
So his helmet did come off too. So
big Tamaje Porter in there.
Caleb Sutherland in.
Yep. So here we go. Just going to keep this on the ground right here and see what happens. Wilson stays on his feet all the way up to midfield. There's a little draw there trying to catch this Statesman defense asleep there. And, you know, if you decide you want to go for it right here, 4th and 5, and I don't think there's any doubt that at this point in the game and with the score the way it is, the Blazers are going to say, hey, why not here? Let's see what Coach Bowie will dial up here on this 4th down play. They have not converted a 4th down this season, I don't believe.
0 for 2.
4th and 5 from midfield. Receivers to both sides of the formation. Gillen stays in the block. They'll take a shot one-on-one and just overshot the intended target. They had Rodney Bullard open down at the 20-yard line, but just not quite enough air under that one. That ball kind of flattened out with a little bit of a breeze at Sammy's back there, and ball will go over. Boy, he had him too.
He did. Yeah, he had him a beat a couple steps, and Sammy had time. If he'd have just let it progress a little bit more, there was time in the pocket. He could have delivered that. It had a couple steps on him, but
yeah, very uncharacteristic too. We have seen Edwards drop a lot of dimes this year, and his accuracy has been on point. You know he would wishes he had that one back. That might have been a touchdown. So nonetheless, Kelvin Smith goes right back to work as this Delta State team now just trying to grind the middle of that Blazer defense. 9 yards on 1st down, and you kind of feel like they're picking up those 8 and 9 yards a pop. And it's just a tough road to hoe.
They're starting to gash the Blazer front. I mean, 5 yards every time they touch the ball is hard to handle from a defensive side. You got to get stops in the backfield or at least at the line of scrimmage.
Now they're going to start. We're going to slow this one down here a little bit, start working that clock a little bit. They want to get this ball game into the 4th quarter. They're going to take as much time off that play clock as they can. We'll snap it right here, and Kelvin Smith, another big lane, is off to the races and took a big shot there at the tail end of that play there from Jackson. But nonetheless, another big run there by Kelvin Smith, who's already been in the end zone 3 times here today.
Replay coming at you. The hit at the end. Look at this. I mean, just every time they touch the ball, there's wide open holes. Here comes that big hit. Boom. Well, jawing back and forth there.
Kelvin Smith came into the game with 2 rushing touchdowns. He's got 3 today, and he's in there right now. So a career day for Kelvin Smith, who came in as the leading rusher. He and Alfonso Franklin both. Yeah, not much on this one. Smith, though, scored 1 time in each quarter here today.
And if you're the Blazer defense, you really kind of got to start selling out on the run. They haven't really been throwing much.
Just a single safety look now, which is an ideal passing situation. But even with that look, Delta State has had success running the football today. And they'll keep it on the ground right here. Malloy able to trip out of a tackle, stays on his feet, somehow keeps his feet down to the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. And the Blazers, again, admittedly have not been able to wrap up today. You talked about initial point of contact. There's been a lot of times today where the Blazers have made that initial contact close to the line of scrimmage. Just haven't been able to wrap up.
Yeah, not wrapping up. I mean, Delta State is able to penetrate our secondary with the running game pretty heavily. And you're right, it's a lot of not wrapping up and off-balance tackling.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with your score 42-25 in favor of the visitors. We'll step aside and be back with the 4th and final quarter from Bazemore Hyder when we return. Stay with us.
And the 5-time national champion Valdosta State cheer team. Redhawks and your VSU cheer team.
In the hood, I might kiss Diana. I'm thick 'cause I be that old. Toxic for me, but no. Wanna be me, so she do my emotes and my name and I'm my star. I bet she gon' show. Tell her, man, I'm the girl in his dreams. Think about me when he brushing his teeth. He keep texting, I leave him on sleep. Hottest, I don't really know what I'm at. Let's get out, keep it a stop. Move on, say no, I'm not in. Think this all I don't give a.
Back here, start of the fourth quarter. Dave Garner alongside Taylor Biddle. There you see the Blazer sideline here as we get. So the Blazers now to start this fourth quarter find themselves trying to defend the goal line here as Delta State trying to put another one in there. That's Malloy, who will have forward progress down to about the 4. Not much there, though. Dave Garner alongside Taylor Biddle as we welcome you back here at the start of the fourth quarter. Delta State up 42-25 over the Blazers and trying to add to that here on this drive.
Yeah, they're just been comfortable here the last several plays, just running the ball, and why not? They've been able to get it down to this point doing so.
Clap the hands again. Shegog will take this one himself, but it's going to be just short there. Trying to get behind some of those big offensive linemen, all moving to their right. Again, we talked about this 310-yard average there. Troyer, the center at 290. Usually your tackles are the big guys, but the guards are at 320 and 340. Your tackles are right at 300, so a big offensive line, and they love to work behind them. Big third down, though, right here, if you're the Blazers, if you can somehow turn them away here.
Still keep it a 3-possession game.
Wildcat here, Kelvin Smith will take the snap. And he's going to run it all the way, and he's not going to get there. A nice job by the Blazers who sniffed that one out. Tyler Moorhead, number 51, came out of that pile fired up, so it is fourth down. And there is a Blazer down at 2. And they will come out and take a look at him. He's had a lot of guys down here today. Doesn't look like anything too serious, though. That was Terrell Dudley, who got up slow, but now he's off on his own power, and that'll stop the clock here at 13:38 left here in this ballgame. Appreciate you guys being with us. Again, this Blazer Sports Media presentation right here on Flow Sports. And again, a contract with the Gulf South Conference for the next couple of years. And when we talk about this conference, I mean, it is a lot of people liken it to the SEC of D2.
Big fourth down, they're going for it.
Patrick Shegog back in a traditional set here with Kelvin Smith in the pistol. And they are going to hand it to him, and he's going to be stopped short. He's not going to get there. So how about that? The Blazers with a big goal line stand here to start this fourth quarter.
Pretty big. Little right there at the mesh as they came up and made the initial contact. The Blazers are going to stop them here, first and goal. Here goes your replay of it. Right at the mesh point, he handed it off, and should have kept that one. With Shegog, and he might have had some open space over there, but anyway, Blazers take over first and 10 inside their own 5.
Saw big number 99, Elijah Sparks. He didn't make the tackle, but kind of helped make the play. He ties up some of your offensive linemen. He almost commands a double team, and that frees up some of your backers to shoot the gaps, and that's what the Blazers did. So first down and 10, Edwards and company back to work. Isaiah Flowers with a modest gain, though, but gets them off of their goal line there out to the 5. Big stop right there. Let's see what the Blazers can do with it. Again, they need a lot of points in a hurry. And the clock is only going to work against them.
Yeah, time is not your favor here, down 17. You need a quick score. You need another stop on defense pretty quickly.
And that's BK in motion across the formation. Going to fire it to him in the flat. Makes a guy miss. Good move there at the 10. Up to about the 13.
Still going to be short. BK's got a great ability to make people miss in the open field. It's going to be third down and about 1 or so.
And now they'll move Smith over to the other side there. Ajero in the ball game as well. Will come into the backfield along with Flowers. Now Jero will go in motion, and they'll hand it to Flowers straight ahead, but he has stood up right at the line, and I don't believe he got it. He needed a yard, but I don't think he got anything.
Yeah, he lost about a yard or two.
Yeah, looks like let's see what they're planning on right here. I guess they are gonna show punt right here.
Yeah, they're gonna have to punt it this deep in your end zone.
Yeah. At this point, you don't want to just give the ball game away here, but it'd be interesting to see if they try to dial up something right here. I'm sure Delta State's got that in the back of their mind.
No, they're not gonna do it this deep. But you say that, but Delta State was only about 15 or 20 yards
I was gonna
ahead
say
of this when they faked it.
Right. You never know. But they are going to go ahead and punt it out of there. Again, Botsford gets a good high kick. That was going to hit down, though. It takes a slight Statesman bounce back inside the 40. So not a bad punt considering the pressure, but excellent field position. A short field for a dangerous offense is not a good recipe for success if you're the Blazers here with 11:30 to play. Well, a win here by the Blazers today would have been the 8th time in program history. They would have started 6-0. It would have been their 7th straight victory, which would have extended the current Gulf South Conference longest streak. But that obviously, as we talk about in jeopardy here today, is the Delta State Statesmen feel like they've got something special this year. Of course, their last national championship, 2000 when they won it. And Coach Todd Cooley's been there a long time, always solid, and this year's team is just flat out impressive. You never know how far they can go, and a shoestring away possibly from a touchdown there was Tamaj Hoffman.
Just continue to gash up front. Running very well north and south are the Statesmen. Again, we talked about it a minute ago. If you're the Blazers, you really got to start selling out for the run. Here it is. Getting a replay of that. Look at the blocking up front.
Hoffman again squirts through a hole. He's got all kinds of running room inside the 10, down to the 5. Oh, ball squirts out and went out in the end zone, and that's going to be Blazer ball.
Yeah.
Wow, Hoffman took a big shot at the tail end of that play, and that ball rolled out through the end zone, and so that'll be a touchback and Blazer ball. How about that? Wow.
Different way to get a turnover.
Yep.
Prior to the goal line, through the end zone. Touchback.
There you go.
Belongs to Valdosta State.
Look at it right here. What a big hit, though.
Kind of got sandwiched. Just the one from the other side that got him, and yeah, it went right out of the side of the end zone.
Theron Stroups over there, along with Nick Jackson, those two, and Stroups, I think, was the one that jarred the backside there and knocked that ball loose. So another, big hits today. I mean, this defense has been physical. They've given up points, but they have definitely delivered their shots against the Statesmen here today. Have jarred a couple loose. Unable to get one earlier in the game that was out towards midfield there, but now they go back on offense with no damage done. You get the ball right back. Edwards looking, steps up in the pocket. He'll go down. He lost the ball. It's on the ground, and it's still rolling around. And now it's just a scrum, and the Statesmen think they have it. And no signal yet.
Second down.
And it's going to be Blazer ball. Yeah, it looks like they did say that the Blazers somehow or another got back on that ball. The Statesman sideline had already erupted. They already thought that they had the ball. They thought they recovered it. But it's a noisy down, but nonetheless, a second down upcoming for the Blazers. Coach Cooley, you got to wonder if maybe they would be willing to challenge this.
It is challengeable. That is a challengeable play, possession.
It doesn't look like they're going to.
Yeah, we got second and forever here.
Edwards eyes the field. Steps up. He's got time. Looking. Now he's just going to tuck it and run it. Stays on his feet. 30. Watch this. 35. And how about the wheels from Sammy Edwards, who we talked about is maybe not considered your traditional dual threat quarterback, but if you give him room to run, he'll take it.
Oh, yeah. Here you go. Replay. Had 3 go routes right on the left side, and nobody got open. Good job, Sammy, buying extra time, trying to point his guys open, and then making some guys miss.
So that's a first down that gets them out of their own end. And straight ahead run this time. Good second effort to squirt through a hole. They're up across the 40.
Number 37, Eric Watts.
That was Eric Watts picking up a couple of tough earned yards there against the middle of that Statesman defense. And they've got a player down. I believe that's Porter there, the big defensive lineman, who is down at the 39-yard line there.
He looks in a lot of pain. I mean, just super pain right now. Just sitting there, like, come to me.
Yep.
Probably a little cramp.
Yep. Well, we talked about it up top here today. Again, tail of the tape. Both these teams do a lot of things well. The Blazers had opening drive success. We talked about that. Of course, Delta State won the opening toss and deferred. Blazers got the ball first and promptly marched right down the field as they've done the last, previous 4 games, really previous 5 games, but the last 4 games with a touchdown, and then made it 5 for 5 here today. And it was back and forth, 14-14 at the end of the first quarter. Blazers inched ahead with 4:07 left before the half after an Eston Field 22-yard field goal made it 17-14, but that was the last lead of the afternoon for the Blazers, because at the 2:18 mark, Delta State took the lead on the second of 3 Kelvin Smith rushing touchdowns and have not looked back. 2nd and 7. And Edwards going to dump this one to Noah Gillen, his second grab of the afternoon. The big tight end upended after a short gain. Good one-on-one tackle right there by Wadette Williams Jr., the sophomore DB.
Sammy checking down his progressions. Again, a bunch of go routes there. Defended well by the Statesman and just dumped it to your tight end. Picked up just about 2, I think, on that. Yeah, 2 is what they're going to officially call it.
Yep.
3rd and 5. I think you're in the gotta-go-for-it-here zone if you don't get it.
Edwards under pressure, going to swing it out. He's got a man again. Eric Watts, somehow or another, great balance. Used his hand to stay on his feet, and he picked up the first down on an excellent second effort.
Yeah, that spin move is really what got him upfield. Blazer front was taking a lot of pressure. Somebody got bulldozed up front. Watch this. Somebody's on their back right there. Look like the center. Look at spin move. Good job keeping them upright.
Here's a highlight for sure. Our 5th camera added in here today gives you an extra angle. And this time a shoulder pad tackle right at the line of scrimmage. And the Blazer fans are maybe want another type of horse collar, but you're not going to get that one there, though, up around the front. Now, you can grab around the front, but...
Yeah. If you're the Blazers, you really got to be pushing the ball down the field a little bit quicker here than 8-minute mark. Just crossing over and down 17.
A little bit of movement, a little reel route right here. Sammy tries to catch a man, does so inside the 39. Flags down all over the place. BK Smith makes the catch in traffic, as a couple of Statesmen are slow to get up there, but let's check the penalty marker. This one may be coming back.
We got several penalty markers.
Boy, that was a nice job, though, by BK, who knew he was going to take a hit.
He was. They were going high and low on him. The way that was thrown, he had to go up and get it and knew that one was coming high.
Holding, offense, number 64, number 71. 10 yards from the previous spot, replay, 2nd down.
A double holding penalty there. Yeah, they had 2 names called on the same penalty. So that'll negate that effort by BK to climb the ladder and pull one down out of the sky there, but nonetheless, the Blazers will still have a 2nd down right here. And not a lot of penalties today, really, either way. I mean, it's been a fairly clean game for the most part. A couple of pass interference calls, but Edwards steps up in the pocket again. He's going to tuck it and run it, and will step out right at the original line of scrimmage. So 3rd down and 10 upcoming. As the series, the majority of it has been played from right at the midfield stripe there, but Sammy, another good run there to at least get a little bit of that yardage back, a 10-yard scamper. Will set up at least a manageable 3rd down and obviously 4-down territory right here with 7:19 to go. They'll bring Smith across the formation. Looking, going to fire this one out. Oh, in and out of the hands of Eric Watts. He took his eyes off of it just momentarily to peek upfield, and when he did, he just was unable to glove it. You got to make that one.
Yeah, you got to come down with the ball before you get upfield. He had plenty of room to run after the catch. I think that's what he had his mind on and eyes on there. But again, another 4th down here for Blazers. Last time we went for it, we had a guy beat deep, and just Sammy overthrew him. A little bit more than 4th and short here. So we got to get past the sticks.
Got some time, pressure now. Sammy gets out of it, fires, he's got a man in and out of the hands, and then intercepted. Still on his feet, tiptoes out of bounds, and off the carom. Again, the interception by William Jenkins, the linebacker. But admittedly, that should have been a reception and probably a 1st down, as Igero was just unable to glove that ball. And Sammy put it on the money. There is a Statesman player down at the 37. Back around where that ball was let go. But, yeah, unfortunately, just a bad bounce there. And that's what happens sometimes when you don't field that ball cleanly and you're in traffic and that ball gets batted up in the air. You got a lot of white shirts around the ball here today, and they've had a few of them. And it looks like we will step aside and take a media timeout with an injured player down. 6:56 to play in the ball game. 42-25. We're back in a moment.
Chevrolet Buick GMC and Valdosta State University, a winning team for decades. We are Prince Chevrolet Buick GMC, located on exit 22 I-75 in Valdosta. Voted the best place to buy a new and pre-owned vehicle in Valdosta. Proud supporters of Valdosta State University.
Hey Blazer fans, Williams Hotel Group is South Georgia's hospitality headquarters with 8 award-winning hotels in Valdosta. Williams Hotel Group has everything to meet your lodging, event, and meeting space needs. Come see us at any one of our conveniently located properties off I-75, exits 16 and 18, or visit us at williamshotelgroup.com. And as always, go Blazers!
School's starting. Is your internet fast enough? Gear up during Extreme's end of the summer sale. Get fast internet as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Extreme's fiber-powered internet gets an A+ for performance, with speeds from 100 meg up to 1 gig, powerful in-home Wi-Fi, and 99.99% network reliability. Hurry and get Extreme internet for as low as $19.99 a month for a year. Dial 844-EXTREME2. It's the smart call.
Back here at Valdosta State again, Delta State trying to run out the clock here. Calvin Smith close to another 1st down, a gain of about 7 or 8 yards here on 1st down. Dave Garner alongside Taylor Biddle after immediate time out there. Again, we appreciate you guys being with us. 6:40 and counting here left in this one, and pretty elementary at this point. Delta State well on their way to being 6-0, 4-0 in the Gulf South Conference this year.
Injured Statesman was able to come off on his own, so glad that young man seems to be okay. But yeah, Delta State going to take as much time off the clock as they can. Play clock going to be in the 5 to 6 second range every time they snap it.
Here's Smith again, straight ahead, and we'll have the 1st down needed. 2, got 3, and a fresh set of downs, and a fresh set of clock to run here for Delta State. And, you know, we talked about this rivalry, and obviously first meeting 1982. Last year, Delta State hung 70 on this Blazer team. Kelvin Smith today, 21 rushes, 179 yards, 174 net, 3 touchdowns, and over 8 yards per average on the touch. It just goes to show you what kind of afternoon he's had in those big guys up front.
Yeah, I mean that's what sticks out in the ball game there. If you're the Blazer defense, is what you've given up on the ground to that running back. and they were easy. I mean, it seems like they had the blocking up front needed on almost every time they touched the ball was there, and getting the 8 to 10 yard clips every time he touched the ball. What did you say his average was? 8 yards?
Yep, 8.3 today.
Jeez.
Yeah. Came into the season averaging right at 5 yards a touch, but he's been over that here today. So, again, the average is still intact for what Delta State has done throughout the season as the top scoring offense in the Gulf South Conference. And they've held the Blazers to 25 points, well shy of their 42.4 scoring average offensively coming in. Smith just straight ahead, and as we mentioned now, again, not much playbook needed here. Delta State just going right ahead here and trying to chip away and run out this clock.
They really hadn't had much anything else of a playbook either. Passing attempts. We'll get to it. They've only had 6 receptions.
Yeah, haven't had to do a lot through the air today. And even when they did go to the air a couple times, they got some
pass interference
calls and some things that certainly helped out. So, big tight end there. Going to try to throw a little screen back here to the near side. And, man, Kelvin Smith slides down there. There's a good recovery there by Tyler Moorhead and Kyle Cass, because everybody kind of got sucked into the other side of the field there, and it looked like the way they had that one set up that Kelvin Smith was maybe going to walk that one in.
Yeah, faking the screen pass out to the right, and your left side of your line gets out there, blocks, and quarterback turns around and dumps it over here to the left. And when you got a guy with that kind of speed, watch this, when you got a guy with that kind of speed and ability, boop, with that line blocking downfield.
Stayed in bounds right there. You saw Smith slide down. He's very aware there to keep that clock running. Man in motion this time. They're going to go straight ahead. That's Malloy, who stumbles but stays on his feet and will get wrestled out. They are going to continue to roll the clock, it looks like here, as the Statesmen have it right around the just inside the 10-yard line. It looks like where they're going to spot it. 3 minutes here. They may try to punch another one in here, perhaps. And it's up to the Blazers to stop them again. The Statesmen by no means trying to run up the score, add another one by any means. They're just running basically just straight ahead here. It's all you can do. You know, you gotta continue to coach your guys and ask them to play. Straight ahead this time, and a stop by the Blazers defensively. Hoffman on the carry there. And with that one, they'll be able to run this ball inside 2 minutes. As we talked about, a big game next week now for the Blazers, who will find themselves behind a game in the conference, the second of 2 long road trips. And it does look like the Blazers have called their second timeout here. But the second of 2 long road trips. Last week, of course, they went all the way to Murfreesboro, North Carolina, Shawan, and came out of there with a hard-fought win. And, of course, this next week they'll be on the road, headed to Mississippi to take on Mississippi College, who's idle this week. So, as we mentioned, extra week to prepare for those guys. It's not going to get any easier for the Blazers.
Yeah, still in the thick of conference play are the Blazers, and you got Mississippi College, then Shorter at home, West Florida, West Alabama, and then West Georgia. So, I mean, Gulf South Conference just kicking off. I mean, you're still kind of in the hunt for things. Only one conference loss after today, but Delta State appears to be leading the pack. They still got a couple key games coming up as well. Look forward to that. Towards that West Georgia game for them. They've already gotten past West Alabama. So, anyway, yeah, you got a big one you got to get ready for, and travel to Mississippi to take on Mississippi College.
Shegog looking to throw the football. Quick slant right there. He's got a man. Touchdown. So the second passing touchdown of the afternoon. And Shegog puts that one right on the money. And I believe that was Todd Lee Battle with the quick hitter there on the quick slant. And the exclamation point on this ball game right here, as Nick Herber looks to add the PAT to make it a 49-25 game, and he will do so. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. 2:15 to play. We're back in a moment.
Sell online tickets directly from your school's website. Scan digital or printed tickets with the Hometown Gate app. And get immediate access to ticket revenue with real-time reporting at no cost to your school. It's that easy to bring touchless ticketing to your hometown. Hometown. Fast scans, happy fans.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Center, hospice, and more.
Back here at Bazemore, Hyder, Dave Garner alongside Taylor Biddle as we wrap this one up here tonight. Final 2:15 to play. Take another replay of there, that last one.
Yeah, just run a little post route here, slant, really a slant, this close to the end zone.
Battle with the touchdown there.
Last drive, 7 plays, 39 yards, 4 minutes and 36 seconds off the clock. Delta State stretches that lead 49-25.
Low liner squib. It'll stay. Yep, it's going to roll out of bounds at the 9 there. So good field position right here. Blazers again playing for pride at this point with 2:15 to play. Going to try to maybe go down and put another one in the end zone here before the end of the game. But how about Delta State today? I mean, obviously got to be impressed with the way these guys, a big long trip for them.
On the kicking team, the ball will be placed at the 35-yard line, first down.
You know, we talked about the long road trips. Delta State certainly had to make a long one from Cleveland, Mississippi, all the way down to Valdosta, Georgia. And again, nip and tuck early on in this ball game, but finally able to put a little bit of distance between themselves and the Blazers as this game wore on.
Yeah, that end of the first half is really, I think, what did it. You know, the last 3 or 4 minutes where they went down and scored, stopped us, got an interception, kept us out of the end zone, or any points really is what did it.
Jamone Wilson with the reception there out of the backfield up to the 40-yard line. We'll have 5 yards there on first down. And the clock will continue to roll here as we hit the 2-minute mark. We'll be back with you in a couple of weeks as the Blazers host Shorter in a home game, a 3 o'clock afternoon kick. And then, of course, the final home game a little bit later in the year. We will, Taylor and I will join you for the Peach Basket battle with West Georgia.
The last one.
Yeah.
What you think?
You would think with West Georgia obviously making the announcement of moving up, whether or not that they'll still continue to try or not. But I don't know. It'll be tough.
I'm not sure. You know, obviously there's Gulf South Conference. Other opponents do play the D1 opponents. They probably might play us a couple more times before they shun us.
Big time us.
Yeah.
Here we go. Reception by Jeffrey at midfield there. And the grab is made for a first down. Again, Justin Jeffrey, the 6'1", 183-pound grad transfer out of Charlotte. A Richmond Hill, Georgia native. And so Sammy with a fresh set of downs right here. You know, for nothing else, they would love to go down and just put some points on the board right here to end this game if they have a chance. But now the clock inside a minute. They do have a timeout left. For the most part, the offensive line has kept Sammy pretty clean. He'll just slide down at the 45. Just the one sack allowed on the afternoon here today. One of the Blazers a little bit slow to get up there. That's big number 71 there, Stephen Morrow. Again, the 6'5", 295-pound sophomore who will now come out of the lineup. Blazers running a lot of clock here, and I'd love to maybe throw a ball or two up right here. They got trips to the near side, to the left of your frame. Sammy pump fake, steps up now, rolls the opposite way, and will be taken down back at the 48. And that might do it there. Again, that was a hard tackle right there. Sammy got wrapped up around the headgear, and that'll do it. The Blazers will just let the clock roll out here. And with 0 digits on the board here at Bazemore Hyder Stadium, your final today, Delta State 49, Valdosta State 25. Again, the Blazers fall to 5-1, 2-1 in the conference. Delta State, meanwhile, improves to 6-0, 4-0 in the conference. Again, both schools with 6-game win streaks in this series. The Blazers had won 6 in a row prior to last year, but the Statesmen now 2 in a row in this series here. They've had a lot of one-possession games today, not one. But again, Delta State, tip your hat. Those guys came in here ready to play.
Oh, they did, absolutely. They showed you why they were one of the top 10 teams in the country. Really ran the ball down our throat all day long. I'll try to get let's see if we can get a summary here. Smith had 186 yards total rushing tonight. 23 attempts. He averaged 7.9 total rushing yards, 417 yards. That's the difference in the ball game.
Yep, absolutely. Well, this was a playoff game back in 2000. Delta State won it, but who knows? These two could tangle a little bit later on, depending on how things fall. We'll see how it goes. But that's going to wrap things up for us today. We appreciate you guys watching us. Again, we will see you in a couple of weeks, as we talked about. Blazers on the road next week at Mississippi College. That's going to wrap things up for our entire Blazer Media crew. And for Taylor Biddle, I'm Dave Garner saying so long, everyone. We'll see you next time.